All right, hello, and welcome back to the Chaos Entropy podcast. Today is episode 29, and let's get right into it.
So, Acolyte. As I said multiple times in this podcast, I will watch it, and I've only watched 5 episodes as of this recording.
I mean, there's only 7 episodes out right now.
Which, you know what the sad part is? Like, there's like 6 minutes of credits.
I'll tell you what, though, you didn't miss much, because we didn't see the 7th episode.
Yeah.
The 6th one, I'm telling you, like, it's...
What?
Not, like,
I'll say this.
nothing happens in the... Yeah.
My first impression is I actually like the fighting a lot. It made me happy to see, like, just fun fighting in a Star Wars universe, because a lot of these shows have pretty bland, like, boring Star Wars fights lately. And I'm not even just talking about lightsabers. I mean, like, each show for last year or two, I can't really name a specific fight, but they've all been, like, okay. But once I saw, like, crazy lightsaber fights that are, like, it feels like a freaking, like, an all-out MMA fight at certain points.
Yeah.
Like, especially episode 5, I was like, wow, that's an interesting fight. There's some parts that make no sense, but, like,
I don't want to be censored some of it.
Should we say spoilers ahead?
This show sucks so... Yeah, spoilers ahead if you really care, but...
Okay, so episode 5, I think I knew about... I forget the...
Weird.
Not the woman, but the other Jedi that died in the episode, the black guy.
Yord?
Yeah, such a weird name.
Yord?
I knew about his death because I saw a clip online when it came out, but I didn't really care because I wasn't watching the show yet. And I still didn't care because you realize these people are barely in the show.
That's what I'm saying. Like, none of these.
So there's no actually, like, I think that's why, like, the deaths matter only in a way in which it just shows that, to the enemy, like, Jedi, like, these people are nothing. Like, they can just be killed off like it's nothing.
Oh, you think the deaths don't even matter, though?
No, I think it's just meant to show that the enemy, like, their deaths are implying, like no one matters. Like, they're, like, because they don't have, like, the same type of impact as, like, a one-on-one type, like, from, like, characters that actually have building. There was no building. Well, the girl, Daphne, X-23, whatever, that made no... Well, I mean, that was just a weird way to die out of nowhere. I was like, oh, it's time to get serious because my helmet's off. He just starts... He was like, now I gotta kill you all. I'm like, what were you doing before? I'm like, what were you doing?
Okay, let's start. So you watched like 5 at the
yes,
5,
I just
5
finished episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So give me your impressions then. Give me.
I like the world, the setting, because like I said, I like the era where there's more than one Jedi. So that already makes me actually, like, want to watch. So before the actual, like, main plot, I'm just saying, like, the setting itself makes me want to watch. So I'm like, oh, awesome. All these crazy Jedi, all the freaking from, I guess, Acolytes / like the children. What are the children? Are they all, like, who's considered an Acolyte or I forget the terminology. Like the children the ones who are training to become, like, the ways of, Jedi and stuff. What are they called?
The Padawan?
Well, before they were Padawan, the ones who were, like,
the younglings.
Yes, they're just called younglings, right? Or
yeah.
Okay, and then. I'm not really sure what an acolyte is, but...
Well, I mean, that's an acolyte is like a religious apprentice or whatever. It's like...
Oh, okay. I meant in terms of it, because they called only... Did they call anyone specific an acolyte? Yeah.
No, the acolyte is supposed to be like... Oh, wait, yeah, you didn't see, never mind. Oh, wait, no, you did see episode 5.
Yes, they said...
He said he wanted an acolyte is basically like, an apprentice.
Yes, it's like his...
Yeah.
Okay.
His apprentice, basically. So
he is technically. Well, I wonder if any person who is within the Sith ever called themselves the Sith, or is that just the Jedi?
That's just a cool name that they always call themselves the apprentice.
Well, yeah, but I meant, is it actually like a canon thing where, like, the Jedi is the only people who actually call them Sith, or who else? Like, I guess the whole galaxy would call them Sith.
They call themselves Sith too.
Okay. Well, because he was like, well, to your Jedi people, you would call me Sith, or I don't have
Now, I don't know exactly what he meant by that.
I was like, are you saying like you're like you're alone in this? Like you're um, he's a weird character because I don't know. Like his goal is pretty weird. Well, it's only weird because it's like.
Oh, okay. Let's start. Like, okay,
Sorry,
what do you think about like the first episode then?
I was hooked. I was actually hooked on the first one, and the first two didn't bother me at all. I didn't see like anything that like. I'll say this beforehand. You know, my only outlook was that people just had problems via two things: either like, you know, like agendas from Disney agendas, and then there's like Star Wars canon that's being screwed around with. Those both sides of Star Wars fandom, or the like people arguing. So I heard like the political nonsense. I say nonsense because as I'm watching the show, nothing really bothered me in that way. And even episode 3, like when I saw episode 3 and I saw the whole witch stuff, I was like, I guess I was accepting of it because like it didn't like make me feel like what the hell, like why what like in a bad way. I was just like, I don't see like the like pure anger over it. I don't think anyone was necessarily like actually angry when I watched reviews. They're just like upset about like things that are like don't make sense or like, by the way, Keanu Mundi, I think that was episode 4. I guess it's only confusing because his age thing was like a Legends thing before Disney, and then they switched it, but I don't know his actual age.
Wow.
Because, from my understanding, he would have been, he was born, like, I guess Legends timeline, he was like, I think he was like 60 years old, or 60 or 70 by episode 1.
Yeah.
In the guidebook. There was like a guidebook, but that guidebook is now Legends canon. Because when Disney took over, I'm like, okay.
That's kind of stupid though. Like,
but
so now, like,
under Disney canon, they could have a different like universal like lifespan.
It could be a different rule, I know, yeah.
But that doesn't change when he was born though. Like he could still live the same. Like it's just confusing because
it's not the inconsistency. That's what people have a problem with.
Yes, I get that. Because,
and how you can choose and select stuff. It's just stupid.
Because before his canon said he was born like 92 BBY or something like that, I think. And this is set roughly 132 before him by 40 years. So that was confusing.
Yeah, so I mean, people just don't like it because of its inconsistencies.
Yeah. I get that, but I will say, I think it just didn't bother me as much because I've never been very like prone or very what's the word, anal about like I mean I would care more if I like.
Well, okay, well I'm gonna stop you right there because I already know what you're saying. And guess what? I'm not surprised. Like I literally called it like the last episode.
I just meant I see why people would care, and I do care, but it didn't ruin the like the story as I'm watching it. Like it was in the back of my head because I saw his face in episode 4, and I paused, and I was like, let me just look this up and get right to it. I'm like, because it will bother me just because of me hearing about it.
The problem with it is like he himself in the prequels says that the Sith have not been seen in a millennium.
And yet, yeah.
And yet now he is here. He's present in the meeting where they're discussing stuff like this.
He must have been brainwashed.
It's just stupid.
Well, he was the only one that.
Like they're saying that there's got to be.
Wasn't he?
I don't know.
He was like
I don't know. At
this
point, I do not know.
They were like, he's the one guy. Supposedly, he was like, who was like, oh, they're not here. They're not.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, people use that as like an excuse, but like at the same time, bro, like who else was there at like it was? He said this when they were at the Jedi Council. No one like decided to correct him.
Maybe. Well, I can't say maybe. I'm trying to think. That's like 100 years.
That's the thing. Like, we shouldn't even have to say maybe this, because then at that point we're just finding excuses to make it make sense.
I was trying to. So that's 100 years later, roughly. And
it's 100 years, and he said that the Sith have not been like the Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Okay, I didn't.
That's the thing. Okay. So that's the problem people have. It's just so inconsistent.
Yeah, it's. you shouldn't write stuff without taking into account, like, because it's funny what Disney is considering. Well, of course that's gonna count because those are the
Well, that's
movies.
another thing too. Disney, it's a lot of pick and choose. This is another problem people have, and like this is why I just don't care. They keep on like picking and choose like, oh, so Legends is not canon anymore, but they still reincorporate certain things in
Yeah, but
Legends.
yeah, his birthday though should have still been
His
canon.
birthday, yeah, that's the thing.
Be-
Like before the show, he didn't exist during the High Republic.
no, but I'm saying his like that guidebook, like that's the way we found out
I
about
know.
how
But the point about the guidebook, though, what the guidebook says, he's younger than he is now.
he was 60 in episode 1, which means he wouldn't be alive.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
the thing. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be during the high. He shouldn't be existent in the show, but he is.
Episode 1 is canon though.
That's the thing. Yeah, he was alive there, but now they changed it so that he's older. He's been alive since the High Republic era.
Which
If the guidebook which said he was 60, he wouldn't be alive. But now, because they wanted to have Ki-Adi-Mundi in it, they changed it so no, his age is different. So
like, why couldn't they just pick like a different Jedi?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
there's a
know.
guy
I don't know
looked
what
like
point
Plo
this
Koon.
is.
Did you see that? This guy looks just like Plo Koon, like with the mask.
This is funny too because literally prior to this, the entire argument was like whether or not this guy was a Sith or not. Right? People were like, no, it can still be good because he's not a Sith. And I was giving the show a benefit of doubt. Okay, yeah, you're right. He's not. People were making the argument, hey, red lightsaber means a Sith. Well, I'm like, okay, well, technically, it doesn't actually have to be that way.
It just happens
But
to be
now,
a Sith.
But now, no, it doesn't even happen. They made it a Sith. It is a Sith. It doesn't happen. It's not. It happened to look like a Sith. It is a Sith. He is a Sith.
No,
and he even mentions it. The power of two.
Yeah,
which I don't even.
Like why
so,
does he? Okay, his characters. I haven't watched
okay, like episode, okay, we're still on episode 1, like 1, 2, and 3. So, like, literally,
I'm only talking about 5 because it was the most recent, but also it was the most. It was like divisive and engaging at the same time.
Everything you said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I wasn't surprised either after I said I'll watch it.
I've seen this, like, I watched it and I was like, yeah, he'd like this. He'd like this. Like, no offense, but you watch Slop. You watch Slop.
Yeah, his bread and butter is right here.
Yep, this is, oh man. If it's visually, like, it doesn't even have to be visually enticing.
So episode 3, the witches stuff, that scene, I guess, wasn't as bad as what I saw online. For some reason, when I first saw it, like, on, like, the clip, I was like, oh, God. And when I watched it, it was like, what, 20 seconds? Not even 20 seconds. And I was like, oh, whatever. It's a weird scene because, it's just a weird, like, witch.
Well, it was something from, like, High School Musical.
The
power of one.
I don't get
the power of two. The power of many.
Yeah, why do they say that though? 1 and 2 though. I don't. Cause is it always? I don't know.
Well, I want you to get all your thoughts out before I start tackling it.
I mean, they said like they were prejudiced against literally the whole goddamn galaxy. They were like, our kind will be killed, our kind of women, and I'm like, I mean, like Dathomir exists, right? Still, or Dathomir.
Yeah, Dathomir existed way before
I know,
this
but
couple.
like they weren't like always trying to be annihilated, or were they? I don't know. Do all witches in the Star Wars? I'm just trying to see like a correlation between like why they, like what makes them targeted all the time versus.
Well, yeah, I mean that's another thing, right? This coven, in my opinion, does not make sense.
It's a weak.
It doesn't make sense at all. What do I mean by that? So they're saying that they're hunted like
all the time.
What is the origin of this coven? This literally looks like just a like scrounged up ragtag coven. Like they just got a bunch of random people and put them together. But there's an elder in it. There's an elder, like an old woman in it. There's an alien elder in it.
By the way,
so like
that messed up my whole thinking process. I was like trying to understand everything. Then I see this elder alien. I'm like, okay, now it's all out of order. I was like, there's other alien people in there, but they didn't like this elder woman. Like, she looked totally different than anything else. I was like, oh, you're a full on, alien looking thing. I'm like, where the hell did you come from? And why are you like the eldest? Like, why? I'm like, what? The more they showed, the more I just didn't like believe in their thought process. That's all. I was like, I don't get it. I'm like, it makes so much sense that this like the twin Osha or whatever would want to leave, for God's sakes. Like, who the hell would want to leave?
Yeah, I just didn't understand it. It was like,
By the way, the other twin makes no. I'm like, oh, it's a cult mind. Like, she is. I'm like, they're a full on cult. They're messed up people.
like it just doesn't make sense.
No, and then the thread stuff. That I don't know if it. Let me try. How do I? It was weird because
No shit.
not that she was calling it something different, but more so like how like they were so against the Jedi, as if like they've been.
But then, yeah, okay, yeah, yep.
They act like they're like the prey for freaking Jedi like nonstop or something. Like specifically, like they say the galaxy, but like when the Jedi show up, like, oh, you get the hell away from us, Jedi. Like, what? Like, are Jedi like?
Yeah, it doesn't make they say stuff like they're hunted, they're what's it called, like they're oppressed by the galaxy, but like,
and yet the Jedi are like they. But I think they also have a problem because they know they're in the wrong for doing something that sort of makes no sense about creating the twins.
That's okay. We'll talk about that.
They're like, oh, well, they're gonna find out if we let. I'm like, so you're in the wrong. I'm like,
well, I don't know if it's they know they're in the wrong. It's just you're probably not supposed to do that as a Jedi, right?
Oh, what the
use the Force to create children.
Well, they're not Jedi though. I'm saying the witches.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying because like it's not on a basis of right and wrong.
Do the Jedi know that can happen?
I don't know.
That's fascinating to me to understand like what the Jedi actually do know.
Here's the thing: this coven doesn't make sense for it to even exist.
Yes,
the reason why I say that is because it would make sense if these are a group of like secluded Force users.
Yeah.
Like like when people hear about tribes on like some remote island that's never had contact with society, so they have a completely different view on everything. That would make sense, but that's not the case with this.
Yeah, I don't like them being Force users. It's a little weird.
That's the thing. I don't even know. And like so they talk about the thread, right? They talk about the thread, and they are aware of the Jedi's religion, right?
Yeah, they're totally aware.
They're totally aware. They say that some view the Force as view it as a force, as something to be wielded.
Yeah.
But it is not something to be wielded. It is not power to be wielded. It is a threat.
She contradicts like 2 seconds later.
And then she literally uses it just like the Jedi does.
Yeah, I'm like, lady. I'm like, what do you call what you just did then? I'm like,
and I saw something else. Like someone else also pointed out. She said like it's a thread that like ties destinies and stuff together. Yoda literally says it in like the prequels. Yeah. He literally explains that in the prequels. So it like.
Well, she also says your destiny is not or someone. I think she said to the one of the twins about like your destiny's not set in stone or something, or like about like her leaving the tribe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and here's another thing too, like. So they're not that different from the Jedi to the point. So like it doesn't make sense. Why just make the what is the point of this witch coven? Like what do they believe in? It just sounds like they took stuff from the Jedi and just called it a different name.
It's literally a cult.
It's a cult, yeah, but like
no, I'm saying
like what is what's the origin of this? Like they'd have to know that from the Jedi, but they're not ex-Jedi, right?
I just meant like they're all brainwashed for something we don't know that they believe.
Well, we don't even know if they're brainwashed. They believe in this, but like they like
it feels brainwashed.
They believe in the same stuff that the Jedi believe, but they themselves are not Jedi, nor are they descended from Jedi. They're not a splinter group of Jedi.
And yet what they talk
And yet they
about
say that
is
they're different from the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like the only difference is that they don't use light sticks.
yeah. They're like, oh, we don't use power unless
And they,
we
like,
defend ourselves.
but then they also, like, what's it called? I don't know, like, it doesn't make sense, but they have an elder, so, like, what's the origin of this?
I'm not even sure what makes them witches.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Because
And then on top of that, like,
have they shown back up or no? Besides that one episode.
no. Not to my, no. They are only in this show. And, like, here's another thing, right?
They only showed up episode 3, and that's it for the backstory.
Yeah, no, they don't show up in episode 6. I haven't watched episode 7, so I don't know.
It's just funny. Like, they show up once, and you would think like it would matter more because they're showcasing something like brand new, and yet they literally just die off in the same episode. Like, they all just die. Oh yeah, they all die.
They die. Oh, okay, I'll give it the benefit of doubt here. We don't know exactly how they died. We just know they all die.
Yeah.
I doubt it's like from the fire, but if it is from the fire, then oh my god.
Master.
So.
Yeah, I almost said Oogway for some reason.
In Nadra or whatever, in Dara. You're talking about Dara or
no, Soul is the main. He supposedly like did something, I guess.
He did something. They're always saying that he did something.
Oh,
they still haven't said it.
That would be funny if he's
I'll tell you right now, episode 6 is such a waste of time. Literally, like half of the episode, like only half of the episode pushes it forward. Damn. The other half is just
episode 7 just came out, so
I have to watch that.
Yeah, I have to watch it
too. But yeah, like, so what's it called? Here's another thing. Okay, all they say is, wait, are you in Warframe?
No, I can though. Let me.
Oh no! I was just wondering if you were, because I need to check if my mic is on or not. I don't want to be.
I'm not in Warframe.
So what's it called? Like so right in episode 3, right? You're trying to understand. All they say is the power of one, the power of two, the power of many, over and over and over.
Yeah, they show like the moon
that's
or
all
something.
they say.
They show like the moon or like some symbol, and then it gets onto their head. So
I have an entire prediction about it, but I don't even know. Like, it's just a prediction. Like, here's another thing. So like for example, when she was explaining the ascension right? The ascension right?
Yeah.
And the rights of ascension or whatever. And then she was explaining it. Exactly. She was explaining it to a kid. And then she was like, the right of ascension is about overcoming fear.
And becoming
the power of many. No, shut the fuck. Yeah, it was like about the power of many instead of the power of. What does that mean? Like, the right of ascension is about overcoming fear, the power of many instead of the power of one. She literally, that's word for word what she said. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Probably the real meaning would be like, don't leave our tribe. We're gonna indoctrinate you.
I just don't know. I mean, I tried to understand it, and I don't know. The only thing
how, like, you're meant to, like, these women are meant to be like, shown as like good and maybe, I don't know, but the irony is like they seem like the most cultish. Like, technically, they're actually pretty messed up people when you think about what they're doing to the children. Yeah,
but like, I don't know. The only character that I liked from the cover was like the what's it called? Like the head, the
not the mother, the other one.
The what's it called? The head of them, like the leader of the entire group.
Oh, you mean like the
one doing the the one doing all the the one who was explaining the rite of ascension.
There's two of them. There's the mother.
No, not the alien one. Just the regular black one.
Yeah, the mother. She was
the only good one. She was the only good character, and that's it.
And she died.
Bro, they all die.
Except the twins survived. Both twins.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the twins survived, but like everyone, that's the like, I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest that either that the other twin May is a mass murderer or the Jedi did something.
I don't know. I just don't know. And then like, I don't know. I feel like again the witch cover is just. It feels so half-assed. It felt like they got an idea. They wanted the the main characters to come from like have a cool backstory, but they just didn't flesh it out at all.
Oh, by
and
the way,
it's retarded.
there was an early scene I remember online where they talked about the fire or whatever. I was like, I really couldn't care
Yeah,
about how
like
fire
a
was in
fire.
a fantasy.
Oh, you're talking about the fire on top of it? Yeah, I didn't care about that. I
But
honestly
people
like.
acted like, oh, this makes or breaks. I'm like, what? Like, have you seen like?
I don't think anyone said it makes or breaks it, but I
There's
think
some.
people were just complaining it at that point just to complain about it.
I think
But like,
if you're complaining
I don't
about,
think it's a big deal. I don't think it really. Again, like this doesn't take away from the actual like main criticism. Like the show.
no, but that's a weird criticism for a show that, like, you're talking about a sci-fi fantasy, and one of the complaints is about the fire thing. I'm like, what? I'm like, it should be about like,
Yeah.
the story or what it should be about,
Yeah.
and the logic behind it. Like, for instance, I actually like Master Soul. I like the actor. He's an interesting Jedi because, like,
He's an interesting Jedi because he's the only one that can act.
well, also he reminds me of like, well, not to say Anakin, but like a Jedi who still has like emotion. Like he's not all the way all the time.
Oh, you
Like-
mean he's a character?
Well, I meant,
You mean he's an actual character
Is it like-
instead of everyone else being cardboard?
no, I'm saying, well, I mean, the whole point of the Jedi Order and all their messed up. Well, I say messed up, but like they're cool
Is
too.
what like cut themselves off
Yeah,
in
I'm like,
emotion.
but then
Well,
they're
you say
boring.
that, but then the one who, X-23 starts going in like berserk mode.
Yeah, she was sick as hell. I was like, oh, cool, you're giving her cool
I
stuff.
don't know. I just don't know.
Well, she didn't cut off her feelings. I mean, she said like, I don't know. She's a kid still. So
I
who
just
knows?
don't know.
But
I
I'm
just
saying
don't know.
him, like, you can like, I still like those moments of like, even like this Jedi Master, like, he's still like, he still has those emotions, and then you can see from the other people's like, hey, I don't think you're handling it well, as if like they're better people. And I'm like, that's the Jedi way. They're messed up people. All of them. They're all messed up.
I just don't.
I
don't know.
I actually like the back and forth with other Jedi and like the messed up system it is, because it I don't know, it's like juicy drama for no reason, because they're just a messed up cult themselves. Like they try to have these standards.
I don't even remember any of like.
And yet when you act like a normal person, like, oh, how dare you? Like you're like, what is it? You're like,
I don't even remember that part of the show. Like I just remember Soul and
very
that's
quick
it.
scenes like with the green person like always saying to
Oh,
Soul.
she's more like a political. She's a terrible. I just
I
didn't
know,
care
but
about her.
she's the stand-in
She's
for
so
what Jedi
flat.
are, she's the stand-in, I guess, for what Jedi are meant to be, like the overarching like philosophy of a Jedi, and then he's like a character.
I just, she was a caricature.
I know, I'm saying
Alright.
he's a character going off of this caricature, but
She was just a full-on character. She
but
was like, she's like a political face for the Jedi. I don't know. I don't know. I think that was just mainly bad acting, but I don't know.
but but him being like a true, it reminds me of like every type of Jedi who was like not jiving well with the rest of the Jedi, like Qui-Gon Jinn or
I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, but like,
Well, I like those characters
I can't
because-
help but feel like it's mainly because of poor writing and bad
Sure,
acting.
but I just mean like the characters that are always amazing and stuff like that. The Jedi who stand out are the ones who have like emotion still. Like they give them character because they give them more of a story than. Sadly, look, Mace Windu's a cool character, but because he's more of like what a Jedi is meant to be, therefore, he doesn't stand out as much compared to other Jedi.
What are you talking about?
Like, well, we don't get a lot of him either, but I'm like, the scenes with him are cool, but even like when I look at Mace
You
Windu,
also
I'm
see
like,
him in Clone Wars, though.
yeah, but even like he's not a.
I mean, yeah, he's a more, but like that's his thing. He's a more. I don't think he's.
Oh, maybe
I
that's
don't-
true. It's hard.
He's
to
a
see
more
the lines.
hardened guy. That's it.
Oh,
But it's not
maybe-
like he's devoid of emotion. Like in Clone Wars, when he almost gets killed by Jango Fett, but instead the clone takes it for him. He's like,
yeah,
"Are you
yeah.
all right?" Yeah, like
It's hard to
I don't
remember
think
that.
I don't think it's I don't think that's literally what I don't think I know what you're saying, but I don't think
It's-
that's the case.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think they were acting that way because that's how Jedi support. I think it's just they were acting because
It's
the
hard to know
people
the difference
producing and the
sometimes.
director
Yeah.
didn't know. That's the thing. Like I think that I don't
Because-
think that's there's like what's that? There's like guys like Quinlan Vos.
Yeah,
There's like all these other characters. They're all Jedi. They all like
that's true. There's actually like a lot of Jedi who do actually still Like even
Like,
Plo Koon or whatever.
not even like about not showing emotion. It's just their characters,
They're
right? Like
still,
they're
they're
actual, they're
still,
fleshed out
yeah.
characters. These guys are just so one dimensional.
That Soul outshines them all because he's that
Exactly.
one.
Soul is the only guy that feels like an actual like character.
I
Like
also like
he's
his character because he's like he's the only one who gives like a damn about anything going on, really, compared to the other.
probably because they everyone else sucks.
Yeah, they
Everyone
seem
else
like
just
they would
sucks.
die. They seem like they would all die against.
Well,
like,
they
this
did
one.
die. They did all die.
No, I meant the masters more so. Well, actually, Yord was he a? He had an apprentice, but he wasn't was he a master?
He was just a Jedi Knight.
Okay, because he had a yellow lightsaber. Okay, yeah.
I don't know what the yellow lightsaber
I thought
means.
yellow was the knights, or like not the knights, the
Temple Guard.
temple. Like if
The
I
Temple
recall,
had them, but like that doesn't necessarily mean.
you know how confusing that is because there was out of the Jedi who were walking in the woods, like one of them had like a blue lightsaber, and that threw me off. I was like, are you all technically the same in regards to like your status or not?
Oh yeah, wait. You can have green and blue.
At the same time with yellow, like under the
Yeah.
same. Okay,
Yeah, I don't see why not though.
I just assumed like the color
The-
mattered.
Anakin had a green one, and then he switched to
That's
blue.
true. But I meant if you specifically have a yellow, which is not green or blue, that would signify.
Yeah, I don't know what yellow means.
I mean, I can just let's see if that's
Well,
canon.
I don't even know if that. Yeah, exactly. We don't even know that's canon.
Yellow light saber High Republic.
And it better not be like, what lightsaber are you, quiz? Oh, you are calm. You are always. It better
It
not
says
be like,
Jedi Sentinel.
oh, okay, I heard about that.
A
so
Jedi who honed
That's just the Temple Guard, like.
his skills in a balance of combat and scholarly pursuits. Yeah, I guess you could like he's still a.
What does blue mean?
Let's see. Specifically, okay, blue light saber in high. Jedi Guardian. A Jedi who used the Force on a more physical level. Green indicated a Jedi consular. Not counter, consular. A Jedi preferred to reflect on the mysteries of the
Is this
Force.
canon?
Well, who knows? A Wikipedia can be true. No, I'm joking.
Because how can green mean?
Let's see. Let's see if it count. Is this canon? Yeah. This distinction fell out of practice in later years when most Jedi used blue or green crystals from, Lum caves based on personal choice. Then the use of crystals coming from various source worlds became marginal. However, specific roles like the Temple Guards all used yellow crystals to power their lightsabers. So that was just a specific role more so than how you use the Force when it came to Temple Guards. They just picked, I guess, yellow. But I thought the whole time your color is based on like how like your not was the emotion of the Force or the like how it would turn red versus like how you.
Oh, you have to bleed it.
Yeah, like versus like you know what I mean? Like I thought the colors were based on a spectrum of like when you first get your the kyber crystal, it'll become a certain color based on
No, I just thought they just chose whatever color they wanted.
I thought
I thought like for purple specifically, you had to like do something.
you have to ask George Lucas for a different color. I mean, I don't know what the purple was in Canada.
I thought purple was like you had to have like master over.
They
I
just
think,
made
the dark
Mace
side
Windu
too or
like
something.
a greater, cooler Jedi.
No, they made it in lore like you don't have purple. You have to have like control over the dark and the light or whatever.
I mean, that would make sense, right? Because purple, blue, and red were.
I don't know. I mean,
lights.
yeah, I mean it would make sense, but
This color has come a long way from Samuel Jackson's initial request. Is now deeply ingrained in Star Wars lore, serving as a symbol of self-awareness, moral ambiguity, and a struggle between the light and dark sides of the Force. Yeah, so it's in between.
yeah.
Wait, does that mean then? Does that count for Mace Windu, or I guess retroactively his character, Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's
He was
like the only guy that has the purple lightsaber
So out of the whole Jedi, he was the one
that we know of. Yeah, he's the
that we
only
know
one
of that
that
was
has
like a head in between. Plus, like it's in like Jedi like lore or something like that, like in the tomes where like that book I was telling you about where Luke had to. It was Elseworlds now, but I still like that. I don't know if it ever.
But
went
Dark
back.
Empire.
Yeah, I think it was in that where the whole point was like in those.
Oh yeah,
tombs
yeah. I think I know about that. Yeah,
Where he said in order to like master
the Force.
the
You have
Force,
to
you have to
learn.
know both sides. Like you have to understand
Yeah.
all of it. I think that was also said somewhere else too. So maybe it could be canon still, but they don't really talk about it. I like that spectrum because after all, the Force is like if both sides could use it. Therefore, like if you want full mastery, I would assume like you would have to see both parallels, and then you can conjure like maybe a greater aspect of it. But of course, no one's going to do that unless you
That's
know.
too complicated, man. We'll never get to that point.
Well, didn't Sidious tell Anakin like that, something like that?
Yeah, and how did that turn out?
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. He told him one thing, and look.
Yeah, I guess it led to the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He told them one
He,
thing.
he brought balance. Probably could have
funny.
in a much better way, but he did bring balance. You know.
I'm going to tell you this one thing. Now, it's up to you what you do with this knowledge, not me. It's up to you. I'm
like,
just here.
I mean,
you're out there doing what you have to do. I just need to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the lightsabers. I don't know. I still don't know what. I don't know. It's yellow. I don't care about that.
But it's funny how they can both be yellow based on, like, for instance, it said like you use like you use the Force, but you're also a scholar of, so that turns it yellow. But
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that.
But that's for a person like. But then they said the temple
Because
guards.
they said like the green one is for a counselor.
Yes.
But Anakin had a green one.
Yeah. Well, let me look up. Okay. Why did Anakin have green lightsaber? Wait, what? Let me see this. In the beginning of episode 2, his lightsaber was blue. But then it got sliced in half in the droid. Yeah, when the Jedi came to rescue him, they tossed him a spare lightsaber, which happened to be green. That's like the most. If that's true, that sounds like crap. Oh, this happens to be green now.
Wait, what?
They're saying they. Wait, let me read. How did Anakin get the green lightsaber? Let's see. I like how like barely anyone knows. This is damn, that was a TikTok.
That's the thing. That's why I'm saying I don't believe in that. And if anything, that'll just change.
Oh wait, let's see. And Wikipedia says this is the only source that's the most true, but I don't even know if it was in the movie. It was probably somewhere else in a book or something. Which
it's probably not canon anymore.
Yeah, every knowledge you know of Star Wars is either was canon or maybe is canon.
Well, maybe yeah. So like, I don't know.
Oh, this is really complicated to find out. What the hell?
I wouldn't even bother.
I think it said it was lent
like
another Jedi named Nikonis Tassu.
It wasn't even his.
Yeah, but it was destroyed during a duel with Count Dooku at some point between his ordeal.
Wait, so it wasn't even his?
No, it was given to him, I think.
Oh wait, no.
Wait, these.
No. There was he had one. His was destroyed when he was in the droid factory.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Was that green or blue?
That was blue.
Wait, so his original was blue?
So it said in the beginning of episode 2, his lightsaber was blue. But then it got sliced in half in the droid factory. When the Jedi came to rescue him, they tossed him a spare lightsaber, which happened to be green.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
You know how sad and boring that is? Like, in your head can, you want everything to have importance, and there's like, oh no, I just picked it up.
No, that makes sense. I thought he had green the entire time.
I like someone actually had like a question about how come he never turned purple? And
I mean,
was
how
like,
would he? He killed
well,
everyone.
well, yeah,
He killed everyone, bro.
well,
Like,
I guess because they're saying like, as he was being like tempted on both, he was never like that the whole time. Like, he immediately,
well, that's the thing. They never knew he.
yeah, he wasn't there long enough to have a like. He didn't even know, his position of both sides. It was just like he was getting more tempted out of nowhere. It's like, oh well, now I'm Darth Vader. Well, Mace Windu, I guess. I wonder how long he had a purple lightsaber from like the beginning. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Mace Windu.
Who was his master?
I don't know. Probably Yoda. I don't know. But yeah, so episode 3 is done. I think the Witch Coven sucks.
Yes.
What do you think?
The Witch Covenant didn't add to the story. I can tell you that right now. Because it doesn't, like, do anything. Unless they're brought up again with this villain. You know what I mean? Like, because.
Yeah. I mean, they probably will, but I don't know.
No, I'm just like, I've only seen up to 5. And so far, knowing about the Covenant doesn't change anything. Like, the story is, like, the only, like, thing that it adds is that supposedly, like, May is, like, a mass murderer of her own family or whatever, of Covenant, who started the fire and all that. Or supposedly, Soul and all his Jedis actually did do something that caused, such a death. But I really doubt it. I mean, Jedi are not perfect, but I doubt they're mass murderers at the same time. At least these, I hope. By the way,
I don't know, because that one guy killed himself in episode 2
I'm
or
gonna be
whatever.
honest, that guy, like, I was like, you should.
That was so dumb.
He was like, you're right. He's like, I don't even know. Did
I'm
he? I don't know
sorry
if he
for what
said
we did
that.
for you. Like, he took, like, the vow of
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm like, F that guy. He sucks. I'm like, you're saying you went into, like, a coma bait, or not, like, you just prayed for, like,
He was so ashamed.
yeah, none of the others are ashamed. They went by their Jedi
But
ways.
he drank himself and, like, he drank the poison and killed himself.
He literally gave up.
What a loser.
I was like, what kind? I'm like these are like the worst Jedi.
And then, what else?
Oh, then I was sad the Wookiee one had to die. I'm like, why? I'm like, why can't a Wookiee Jedi survive? Like,
What's it called, though? Like,
I'm like, you had to kill him off screen? Oh. And it wasn't even her. It wasn't like why is this guy killing these? I mean, he says, he's like, oh, the Jedi won't let me, use my power because you're
the Jedi didn't know he existed.
Yeah, so like, what Jedi? Was there a Jedi previously that you like murdered?
He's just going around killing Jedi.
Like, at the end of the day, he's just a murderer. More so than, I want to use my power in peace. There is no peace. You just murder people. And like, why do you need an apprentice? Like, I don't
know.
Like, what's your goal, man? This stuff should be answered quickly because then it just lingers for too long. You know what I mean? Like, that's a major problem.
No shit, like...
I think that's why...
Well, here's the thing, it won't because, well, not completely, or at least not in a satisfactory way, because the episodes are like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, which I'm like, what? I'm like, why do you have all these credits? It's not a movie. Oh, wait, they think of it like a movie, but they just split it up.
No, because, like, I don't know, like, what even happens in episode 4?
Oh, 4 is, they are looking now for the Wookiee. To the Wookiee thing, like,
oh, yeah, okay,
they find him at the end of episode 4, the villain. And,
so dumb. I like how everyone everyone knew it was that one guy from the shop who's the Sith Lord. Like,
oh yeah. By the way, I'm like, this is the most. I'm like, there's a 3-year-old watching this. I'm like, this is weird. Like the way he acted, I was like, I'm guessing he's the main bad guy. He's just prancing around.
Even on top of that, like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, he's cool in a way. Like his.
I liked him before. Okay, well, that's episode 5. Hang on.
Yeah, sorry. I just meant like the actual fight scenes with his helmet on were pretty sick. Like you don't see it that often. Like a man like freaking going berserk and just using his helmet to basically EMP freaking lightsabers for a second. By the way, a lightsaber is pretty useless if that can happen that often.
We'll address that. Hang on.
Okay. See, episode 4.
Yeah, so just tell me what you think.
Let me think. Episode 4 wasn't bad. I guess it moved the publisher. What the hell happened? They basically just go to that where the Wookiee's staying. Like, not a lot happens. I think you can sum up the show as like not a lot happens. But at the same time, I'm still like intrigued. I think just because I
think it's just you in general. Like
I
you
like
just
the
watch
setting
it.
and I like Jedi.
I don't even like the setting.
So I don't know. It's not.
I
like
don't really care for the setting at all.
It's just not boring for me. Like I'm still liking.
Well, yeah, you don't get bored easily.
No, I get bored very easily.
That's a lie.
I don't watch a lot of things. Sorry.
That's a
I don't
lie.
watch a lot of live action stuff.
That's
Really.
a lie.
No, it's not. I do not watch.
You watch The Flash, you watch Green Arrow, you watch all of this other shit.
Well, yeah, because I watched that since I was like 12, and I kept going with
But
those.
you watch it, like
I didn't say I didn't watch
you
stuff. I
watch
said,
Halo. I'm not
what-
saying you didn't watch it. I'm saying that's the stuff you watch.
oh yeah, I'm willing to watch stuff. It just takes a lot. Like
Anyway, and like a couple episodes ago, you said you just wanted to watch stuff just to watch it.
oh yeah, but I don't know my mentality always depending on the show.
Oh, just shut up. You watch things. That's
Well, no,
that's how
'cause
I that's how I knew you were gonna watch this and you would like it.
This took me a couple weeks, mostly just because of laziness, but.
But regardless, I knew you would like
I
it
was
because
actually
this is stuff you
surprised.
like it.
I think I like this as much as Ahsoka, maybe, but for different reasons. Because
Still, I haven't watched Ahsoka, so I don't know what that means.
well, I like Ahsoka for like they're totally different stories, but I meant like this show. I don't really care for the main two characters at all, but I like everything surrounding it to an extent. Which stinks because, like, I don't know.
Actually, wait.
I don't know.
I
if
saw John got on like an hour ago. You want to see if he's on? You want to see what he's? Wait. Never mind.
That would I would have to. Yeah.
I just realized he probably didn't watch the show
He
yet.
has not watched the show.
Why don't you ask him?
I mean, I can, but
Ask him if he watched it
he'd
yet.
probably be like, I'm like, how dare you like say you thought?
I don't know. I mean,
no, but I meant
I don't
like,
know.
if he answers with like something like, I thought we were gonna watch this together. I'm like, bro, it's been like a month.
No, just ask him. Did you watch the Acolyte?
Yeah, I'm gonna. If I have him, let me see. What's his name? Have you seen?
It was like, oh, no, okay, like, even though you like it, you gotta admit this does not mean it's still pretty bad.
The acting is not
The acting, but even the story.
Yeah, I will say because there's no like through line, like even on by episode 5 you would assume like as a person like a viewer you would know like
This series only has 8 episodes.
I know, but I'm saying by episode 5 you should already know like what the characters are trying to get to.
Exactly. You should know like the gist of it. You should have known the gist of it by the 3rd episode.
And I don't know what they're trying to get out of this guy or any of this. Like, is this just another plot of an evil guy just roaming around killing? This feels like a cops episode. They're just going out there.
Like, it's just so poorly,
It's just a Jedi murderer going around. By the way, him killing those two, like I said before, like, it gives you a certain theme of showing, like, all these Jedis around you, like, are useless characters. But at the same time, it sucks to see, like, this one guy having a hard time against those flying freaking beetles. And yeah, he killed those Jedi.
I was gonna say something. Oh, okay. So, I guess we'll just get into episode 5 now.
Sorry, it's the one episode where I have the most, like...
Episode 5
I like...
is the best and I like it too. But that doesn't mean the show's good, man.
I know,
Okay,
but
it doesn't
I'm
mean
just
it's
saying,
good.
like,
It doesn't mean it's watchable. It doesn't mean anything. It's good because there's fighting in it.
that is true. It takes away from dialogue. Yeah.
Like it doesn't take away like
No,
from any
I'm saying
criticism at all.
there's less dialogue, therefore.
Wait, what?
I'm saying less dialogue, more fighting equals a better viewing experience.
That's the funny thing. I liked the Sith guy until he started talking.
Yeah, because he got really annoying really quick.
I don't, but people like him for
No,
some
he's
like,
annoying.
I find him annoying. I liked him until he started talking, and then I was like, "Is this somehow like?
Yeah, 'cause
this sounds like some guy on the internet."
The more he talked, I'm like, I don't get your motive. Like, I don't get you at all. Like,
I don't get what he's trying to go for. Like
for instance, you see
you
Count Dooku for the first time, and you're like, I get it. Like, you already have that presence of like this character like is
like you don't even have to get it. Like you don't even have to
I'm
get.
saying,
what
like,
they're
the
going.
first,
I know what you're saying, but
saying.
you don't even have to get what they're going for. It's just
That's true.
Like he just sounds weird. Like
he sounds like internet blog.
They said that they were going for like
ring.
Well, I mean that's why he's barely wearing any clothes, according to her, the director, the producer.
Which is a funny thing because
no, they said they were going for unsettling. That's not unsettling. That's just weird. Like that's just like a guy on the internet, like weird.
He's more weird than Kylo Ren.
I don't know. I like that's like somehow. Oh man,
you made Kylo Ren look normal.
Somehow Kylo Ren is the only good thing that happened in that. Like, he goes
through
an
character
arc. Well, the main character doesn't do anything.
She's just a god of a lineage. She's just.
She just. What's the point of her?
Yeah, and it shows that Kylo Ren was actually a good guy at the end of the day.
Kylo Ren was the real chosen one this entire time.
Yeah, he was like the new choice.
Like, who? I don't know. They didn't even have a plan or anything. Like,
Kylo Ren would kill this guy instantly.
I don't know. I just don't know.
I would rather watch. Okay, I can't really say.
I mean, yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind. But like, that doesn't even matter because they both like. I don't care.
No, I meant like fighting wise. I don't know which one I would prefer.
That's not even a question I want to bring up because I just don't care. I just don't give a shit
about, like,
to even. The fight scenes are completely different.
That
like
is true.
Like
Kylo Ren fighting is very different, like the way they fought in those movies versus like this guy, and how
this actually has choreography.
Yeah, what's her name, Daphne or whatever. When she went in like a freaking blitzkrieg.
Well, like literally, man, this show makes me like I don't feel anything against this show because I just don't care.
Yeah,
it's just bad. It's just like I would have never. Again, I only watched this to prove to you that it sucks, so I can specifically pull out moments of the show.
Mundi, looks like an egghead or whatever called the cone.
I don't. Oh yeah. I always call him Pinhead.
Yeah.
But like
I forgot. You know what's funny? You could tell it's the High Republic because I think these are the color of the wardrobe. That's on like every comic. They use this color.
But like that's it. Like there's nothing else definitive about.
Yeah, surprisingly, this show is very specific in like the world. Like they don't like talk about a lot of things. Like they mentioned like higher like they like I remember they were like they should talk to like either the or one of the people were like, oh, we should bring this to whoever. It's like, oh no, we can't right now. About like the May and all these other like they don't know who these people are yet. It's like we need to like it's very close knit. Like so far all the characters have just been like just a couple of them, which makes sense. Every show is not like gigantic.
What are you talking?
I just meant like it's not incorporating like a lot of this era. It's just showcasing a couple of characters within this timeline. That
oh yeah, your point is you can't tell it's High Republic.
No, I'm saying you. I mean, okay, I can because at least I'm knowledgeable about it beforehand. Like I understand like what the setting would look like and the clothes and the other stuff. But if you just watch this, you would assume. You could assume if you don't know a lot about Star Wars, like you would assume this is similar to prequel stuff, just because there's Jedi.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, like it's 100-year difference. I mean, a lot does happen, but at the same time, what did I say? Like, I mean, after all I forget what is created during the prequels. Not the Empire, but the
The Separatists.
Yeah, and then you have like the Sith are still Sith were weird during this time because they're either the Jedi know about them still, and there's then like you said before the Keanu Mundi thing, which is gonna drive people off the wall, which I understand, but like it like in this setting right now, like are the Sith that prevalent? Are they not? Like do the Jedi have other like problems instead of just a Sith? Like it's very confusing. Uh, like right now, like the one evil guy is like, oh well, you might call me a Sith, but there's only me right now. There's only me. And
Yeah, I don't know what they're going
Soul
for.
just looked at him like, oh whatever.
I don't know why they could have just went. They could have went like Rogue Jedi or like anything else.
Yeah, like a they could have
or just like a guy who just happened to find out he had a connection to the Force and he's a psychopath or something.
yeah
Like they didn't have to go Sith, but they went Sith.
there isn't any oh my god, what are those Jedi who become like Sith? Like the
What, a Grey Jedi?
like the ones that showed up in the game and like episode the Obi-Wan show.
Inquisitor?
Yeah, but they're not really created until like the fall, right? I mean like the Order 66.
No, they're only like that. That's like Empire.
Okay, that's right.
Shit.
Okay.
That's the Empire
Well,
shit,
I'm saying
bro.
like I was thinking of like a Jedi who went, but they could do that any which way.
Yeah, I don't know. Me, like, the only way I was able to tell it was High Republic because there's a lot of Jedi,
yeah. And
and it did look like the Empire.
And it's not the Jedi you know a lot.
And there's
It's
not,
only one of
it's
them.
not the Republic.
Yeah, there's no
Well, it's not the Republic. It's not
but
clones
it's still
and
a
droids.
Republic, but it's not the Republic, you know.
I mean, I guess I can kind of see it's like an era before the prequels.
It's like literally right before, like 100 years is not a lot, but
yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Freaking Keanu Mundi's here, so not a lot of things. I mean, a lot of things might happen, but like 100 years is like nothing to these people. Like you could think of this as the prequels almost, because the same guy is still alive by the prequels.
Yeah, I just don't
That
know.
either means these other Jedi are not important and they either die off or like no one cares about them in the prequel.
Well, most of them are humans.
That is true. We only see like, oh yeah, I guess a majority might be human, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear, let me look up an image. I don't know if you saw it, but there was one that looked just like Plo Koon. Unless there's other people that look like Plo Koon.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about. There's
They wear a
other.
mask or-
It's a species, dude.
I
It's a
didn't know
species.
they all wear the same mask, or is that
I'm
just
pretty
one
sure
of
they
them?
need to wear it because that's how they like.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's how they breathe or that's how they talk.
Okay, I didn't know. I just assumed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I think Saw Gerrera also has one of them.
You might be right.
Like it's a species. I don't think it's Plo Koon.
Yeah, people were just saying it's a species that Plo comes from.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it
I
says
mean,
in Legends, Plo had a yellow lightsaber. Is that true?
that's cool. But I mean,
But because people
Wait,
right now are
did Plo
confused.
Koon survive Order 66 in Legends?
In Legend, I don't think. Wait, let me. Well, he wasn't. Let me look it up. Did Plo Koon survive? They say he died, but I don't know if that's
Oh,
Legends
never
or
mind.
not. I'm guessing he died in that.
Yeah, he did. He did that.
It was in a plane, right? In the movie.
Yeah, he got blown up in Order 66. Yeah.
I mean,
But
you could speculate like he could survive.
He's dead.
Like...
But yeah, back to episode 5. Yeah, I think the only good thing was the fighting.
Guess you're a Plo Koon fan.
I am, but he's dead.
Damn, you just said stuff.
But what's it called?
Oh yeah, the fighting was.
The fighting was good.
Like really fun. It's yeah. And
I liked Quamir until he started talking.
is that his name?
Yeah.
I didn't even know his name.
Yeah, I only knew his name because because online. Like, I went online, people
okay.
like reference Quamir.
I just knew him as another Sith. I was like, but why is he like like, I don't know, he just feels different.
And then, like, in the beginning, they say, you know, you can't kill Jedis with, like, swords, guns, or blasters,
yeah,
and
what's
like,
that? Like,
lasers.
is that like a
But
weird...
he goes around killing Jedi with, like...
This show should be called Star Wars Contradiction.
This show just sucks.
Yeah, why does he use lightsabers if... Why would he tell his apprentice, you must kill a Jedi without a tool or a weapon or whatever? I'm like, does the Force count as a weapon? I'm like...
She goes and then she poisons him. He poisons the Jedi. The Jedi... No, she doesn't, like, the Jedi commit suicide. Like,
that is the most messed up... I like how they were like, why did he kill himself? Why did he... Like, I'm like, yeah, why did he kill himself? He's that depressed about that.
I just don't get it. There's too many things.
He
like,
wasn't a true Jedi.
The only way you can enjoy this is if, you know, you don't think about it, you're drinking with friends, or, you know, you just don't think.
It's insane, though. It's like, why are they, like, they're getting killed off so easily?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, I
don't know. I have high regards for, like,
I have high regards for the show, but the show's, like, that's the least of my worries. It's a trope where, like, if you have a lot, it's like the trope where, like, the bad guy joins the good guy, and now he's nerfed.
But I just meant...
If there's a lot of a certain archetype, they're gonna die.
I meant, like, Jedi in general should have a...
Actually, and like, the Jedi were dropping like flies in the Battle of Geonosis.
That is true. And Order 66, a lot of them literally...
They got shot down.
Like...
Actually, they got shot. They basically got shot down. And yeah, wait. So, I mean.
What's that woman Jedi? The one in episode 3 that literally like was just it looked like she fainted. Like she got shot.
Oh, Shakti.
Yeah,
the
one
Shakti.
that was.
Did you know she dies like 3 different ways?
Is that Ahsoka's alien race or no?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But
did you know like she dies like
ways?
3?
Oh.
Yeah. They made it like I don't know. I forgot how she died, canon.
Well, episode 3, it just showed her get shot all around.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the Twi'lek?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I think I'm thinking of the blue. Like, yeah, she was walking, and then they all, like, aimed at...
Yeah, no, that's someone else.
Sorry.
I thought you were talking about Shakti, which is, Ahsoka's
was she also in episode
species. 3? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a person, right? Ahsoka wasn't the first we've ever seen of her. I don't think so. It's hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, what about her? The ways she...
There's 3 ways she dies. There's like a cutscene where I don't know how she exactly dies. 1, Anakin kills her. 2, General Grievous kills her, and 3, she gets like stepped on by a walker.
Jesus.
Oh.
I like how the first thing that pops up is Shakti responsible for the fall of the Jedi?
I don't think so.
Oh, Shakti knew about the chips. She knew the results of the initial tests that cleared, was it
Oh yeah, because she was there with 5s.
Yeah, but that doesn't, well...
But she never like... That's the funny thing, she was there with 5s, but she never, like, investigated further, and instead...
It's like she was just a background.
It was like, Kix and everyone else investigated it. Like, the clones themselves investigated it.
Yeah, the people that were, like, the most scared of their life.
The funny thing is, like, even she was, like, I don't know, like...
Oh, no, there was a live-action version.
That makes sense. Yeah, I know. That's how, like, I know, that's how she dies.
No, I couldn't remember...
She either dies from Grievous, gets killed by Anakin, or she gets stepped on.
Yeah. Let me look it up. Let me see her death. Where's her death?
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, that's an interesting character.
I mean, so I don't like Quimir.
Yeah, it's just unless episode 7, I'm gonna watch them after we're done, but
only episode 6.
Well, 6 and 7.
Oh, half of it is nothing. The other one progresses it, but it doesn't mean it's good.
This is like, okay, I won't ask because I want to watch, but
this show sucks.
You
can't tell me otherwise. This objectively sucks.
At least I get Master Soul out of it. I actually do like his character.
Or like he's good because he's the only character. He's literally the only character.
I just mean specifically like, when it comes to Jedis, I'm happy they created another that is, someone to like. I mean, people like a lot of Jedis, but like my favorite Jedi is Kit Fisto, except people forget about him.
Wow, they made a likable character.
It's funny. My favorite my favorite Jedi has always been Kit Fisto, but that's because I think I played him the most in the Lego games. I don't know why. I just loved his look more than anyone else. And
I like him, but he's not my favorite.
He dies instantly.
Yeah, he dies like a bitch. That's the thing. We should be getting away from that. Like the prequels are I have fun with the prequels, but I'm looking for high quality. I'm looking for high quality here. I'm looking for something like Andor.
I'm done with these Jedi dying.
Well, I watched Andor. Now I'm watching Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Rogue One at all?
Yeah, I like Rogue One.
Okay, because I know a lot of people just don't like that movie.
Especially after watching Andor, man, that's so good.
Look, I'm saying I don't want to call
I feel
myself.
like you have to watch Andor now in order to watch Rogue One.
I don't want to call myself a defender of that movie because I don't know how hated it is, but I've always liked it from day one. And
I don't think it's hated.
People just didn't like it. It wasn't hated. They were just like, eh. Like how.
Well, I think after watching Andor, you have to watch Rogue One.
It came out right after Episode 7, I think.
It really makes you appreciate it after watching a shit fest like Acolyte.
It's a prequel of Rogue One, right? Because the character.
Yes.
Okay. And then you get get that famous Darth Vader scene in Rogue One.
I don't really like that one.
You don't like that scene? What about the scene that they basically tried to replicate in Ahsoka?
It's not that I don't like it. I think, I do like it.
Dude, watching it in the theaters, I was like,
there's like the Darth Vader costume kind of.
Oh, yeah. At the time, I just loved,
I feel like he's too small.
I just loved seeing him slaughter people live.
Yeah, that was cool, but
I like Darth Vader slaughtering live action.
Yeah, good luck. You're not getting any more of that.
Because after that, Disney was
like, Obi-Wan, bruh.
Oh, we also had like those Death Troopers or something in that movie, which looks sick.
Yeah. But then literally, what's it called?
After that show, after that movie, and all they took all that coolness away from the whole universe.
What's it called? Acolyte pisses I don't get pissed off at Acolyte, but the fact that the fights in Acolyte are actually good
makes it
is what pisses me off.
Because you're like,
because I was criticizing the fight in Obi-Wan
in a show that mattered more.
In a show that mattered, and everyone was like, "Oh, but the fight is good." It wasn't good, bro. The fight was not good at all.
You know how we talked about how. We know the people behind the scenes did not do this on purpose. How they made it slow, make it feel like as if it was episode 4, which I know they didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah, that was a theory, but it shouldn't even be.
I know, the sad part is, even if that was true, the fight itself was still.
That is not true at all.
No, I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but I want the viewers to know that is just a theory. That is just
it doesn't make the fight better.
Acting, okay? That's not. No, yeah, it should be a lot better. It shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that.
No, if it was like that, the fight should still be good. Then
we should be able to see the fight.
Because to me, look, that episode 4 fight. I mean, okay, watching that, yeah, it sucks as a fight, but
well, I can't even see it because they shake the camera so much. When they start fighting, I
meant
pull it up. We can analyze this frame by frame. When the opening fight starts, as soon as he starts slashing, shaking cam, and the next thing you know, if they pan to a drone, a camera above them, it's above, right? The camera's above, it's looking down. It shakes so much that the fight is happening on the bottom left of the camera.
They also make. I guess they do it so every protagonist. It doesn't even matter how good the protagonist was at one time. They have to show, in order to make a character look good or something, they make the other one bad, and then vice versa.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Obi-Wan, I understand Obi-Wan wasn't
Obi-Wan should not have won.
No, I'm saying, I understand, what he...
Nor should he had...
He technically wasn't... I thought he still technically was training, sort of. He was still...
No, he never touched... no, there's no technically to it. He hasn't touched a lightsaber in, 15, 20 years or something?
Because he wasn't connected.
The Force. He cut himself from the Force.
But what I mean is, he shouldn't, um, he shouldn't still have a like crappy fight. Like he's still the character. It's still in him. I
No,
should say. I'm not saying he should. I'm
I
not
know
saying
what
the
you're
fight.
saying, but
Yeah,
here's the thing: either they didn't commit to it, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the fight, there's no excuse. The fight was just bad. It's not because Obi-Wan doesn't. Here's the thing too: either they have to commit. Either he knew how to fight or he didn't know how to fight.
Yeah, it was
I
very
would be
iffy,
okay with
wasn't
either
it?
one. I
It
would be okay
was.
with either one. But to the point that he knows how to defeat Darth Vader, no. You can have him move like he knows, still remember how to fight, but he should not have this easy of a time against someone like Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
who's
Completely
24/7?
reinvented his
Yeah.
fighting style, has been killing Jedi for the past so many years. Ever since, it should not have been like that.
Yeah,
That was not how the fight should be portrayed.
Anakin is also, I'm assuming, like of course, way stronger at this point in the Force and everything else. Because
He's been practicing
yeah,
again. Yeah, it makes no sense. And here you can have him and that's just the visuals. The fighting choreography was just bad. There's no
also it
Obi-Wan was fighting bad. No, the
it,
fight was bad.
it doesn't make
They didn't
sense
totally commit to.
that the fact that they fought and he didn't kill him. I mean, Anakin,
Oh
like
yeah,
if the fact that they
that's another problem. Like, why did he do anything? Like,
no, they shouldn't be pitted against each other until episode 4. Because
yes,
as you can see in episode 4, like Obi-Wan was gonna probably he was gonna die, and because that's what the fight was gonna. It was gonna end in a death.
no, like he just walks away. He walks away again. He walks away again. You have basically the same
Is that
scenario
because
as
is
Mustafar.
that like a moral high ground for this fight versus a physical high
No,
ground?
it's just stupid. It's just stupid. They created another problem.
Yeah, because then Anakin survived, and
I
it makes
understand doing it, like leaving him on Mustafar, that made sense. But leaving it again, and then people say stuff like, "Oh, I know, I get that," but like, it shouldn't even happen in the first place. It should have never, like, this kind of thing should have never
because
happened.
Anakin's there to kill.
Exactly. Like, people say, he doesn't want to kill
Yeah, he
Anakin.
does.
Okay, no, he
Oh,
doesn't.
sorry, I thought you meant the other way.
No, he doesn't want to kill
No, sorry,
Anakin.
I meant
Okay.
Anakin is there to kill.
Like, you're telling me this guy had 2 chances to stop, like,
This mass
there's like an
murdering.
entire fucking comic on how he was horrified when he found out Darth Vader is
I remember
Anakin.
that. Yeah,
And
yeah.
now he's like haunted how he could have stopped this entire like he could have put a big blow to the Empire and stopped and saved a lot of people if he just killed. That's the dilemma. I gotta bring this up to John later. This created a secondary problem. He had 2 chances to kill Darth Vader and he didn't. Like, the first one, it makes sense. The second one, come on, like.
I will say this. I sort of besides the fight itself, but I liked Obi-Wan's what would you call it? His what do you call it? Not what do you call it? Pathos, or maybe it wasn't the best, but like it. I liked his character still, but I didn't really like his action. Like, his actions made no sense based on what he was telling Anakin, like, him being sorry and all this. I'm like, if you're sorry, like, just kill, just kill, like,
Yeah.
end it for good. like all your grief, you have saved the galaxy from more manslaughter. Like, instead, you let this killing spree, like, live of this man, and, like, you let it, like, you wait, like, another, like, 10
It
years?
should not have been even a confrontation.
What was it,
It should have never
10 to
happened.
15 years, and then you meet him again just to die?
That's the thing. It should have never happened a second time. It should have not went that way.
I'm gonna be honest, Obi-Wan went out, his life went to hell.
No shit. But like,
I meant,
that
like,
show just sucks too.
I think that show also it ruined his character.
It did.
I'm gonna be honest, every Disney, like, every character you ever liked, they ruined them. Like Luke.
I know. I still like Obi-Wan, but yeah, it took it's a blotch on his.
Yeah, because then it makes you wonder, like what was truly going through. Like, I don't understand his point of view anymore after that, because I'm like, what are you trying to do anymore? Like, you're watching over Luke, sort of, like, for what? Like, for him to one day kill his father? At that point, it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Like, Obi-Wan's a cool character still, but I'm just saying, like, you know,
It's
his
retarded.
later half is not, it didn't end well. And then you have characters like, then you have Luke, which I don't know what
I
they're.
I feel like they still need to flesh out Luke, in my opinion.
I don't know what
especially
they're.
since now.
I don't know what the point of like what they were trying to get with Luke was in those movies. Like, why
What,
do you
in the
think that?
sequels or the original?
No, I'm saying episode like 7 through 9. I don't get why he.
Oh yeah,
would...
they don't explain any, and guess what? We won't get anything more of it because
they act
threw
like,
away the character.
because they act like him seeing like Kylo be like bad, like murder, like he was like, oh, it's the last straw for everything. I have no faith anymore. I have no like everything. There's no more Jedi. I'm like, really? Because you had one Padawan, or like out of one Padawan versus all the Jedi.
He sensed the darkness. That made no sense.
By the way,
that's stupid.
Because he sensed the darkness, he was gonna slaughter him. I'm like,
I hope my mic isn't on.
I'm like, but I was like, what happened to you, Luke? I'm like, what happened to the guy who was fun and loving, like who was still like an awesome Jedi, cool guy, and then this one kid, this one just ruined everything in your life. I'm like, what? I'm like, damn it! They do need to flesh out Luke. Like, there's a lot you can like.
I feel like I
think Luke is still a cool character in regards to like, before the sequels. Like, you could do a lot with him still. Like.
I feel like they made him like the crazy Grandmaster too fast, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he went insane.
Like after he beats Darth Vader, I mean.
Yeah, it's like him killing Darth Vader. He just like lost his mind.
No, like no, what? No, I'm saying he became like Grandmaster too fast. Like after he beat Darth Vader, and then like how long does like after Episode 6 does Mandalorian take place?
Let's see. 9 ABY. So 9 years after A New Hope and 5 years after the Emperor's defeat. So 5 years after.
5 years. Yeah, 5 years later he becomes like this crazy like grandma. I don't know.
Wait, so 5 years later he's already looking.
Yeah, he's already starting a new Jedi temple.
That's fascinating.
I'd rather like him go try to.
I thought he would like go on like a vision.
Yeah,
quest, like a
exactly, like something like that.
Sort of like what he did between Episode 5 and 6, like him becoming
him training more, or like trying to discover more of the Force or something.
When he came back, he was like, he had
the. It sounded like I got the sense like he was already like he hit the pinnacle.
Oh, it felt like he literally hit a pinnacle in the beginning of 6. You're like, oh, he's changed, man. He's
it's
cool. But then you're like, then what?
Oh, there's more character development that could have happened.
Oh, yeah, he could have been like, I will be back, guys. I gotta go on another like journey to become like I need to know more, and like he should come back even like cool. Like instead, he's like, no, I'm gonna make a school now. I'm gonna make a school.
I feel like he hit the Grandmaster part a bit too early.
Where does he get the kid? Like, I'm surprised he has enough knowledge, with the Jedi stuff. Like he found like the texts in the tombs and Jedi temples.
The hell did he even find that?
I guess the Force led him. I don't freaking know. Like he talked to Force ghosts. I don't know. I guess he talked to like old Jedi. He's like, hey man, where's these Jedi temples at? How did he find out?
I don't know. Well,
what's his name in the games? Found them like via the Jedi, whatever they're called. You know what I'm talking about in those Fallen Order, those games? Like, they use the Jedi, what are those things called?
No, I don't know. I never played the games.
In the Clone Wars, like the library has the Jedi.
The holocron?
Yes, I think the holocrons helped like map out like where to go next because they had enough information in the games. Like that's how they found the next Jedi temples. They they found Jedi. They had to get the holocron. Oh, that's what the Emperor was doing in Dark Empire. He people get annoyed when the holocron like appears because like here's crazy lore that's like sometimes makes sense, sometimes is annoying because when the Emperor gets this, he's like, I must get my hands on the holocron. And that's how Luke learned about the both sides of like becoming a full force user. Like, I must go to the dark side and learn their ways as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like those stories, but too bad you'll never
Too
see
bad
them.
we're not getting that.
Yeah, like I don't
That's
know about
something
you,
else.
but the more you
We
read
got
Legends,
Acolyte.
the more you read Legends, you're like, why did they abandon this? I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. Like I like John told me this entire crazy thing about
and then you're like,
the bourgeois or whatever it's called. Like the Vaj the fuck, I don't know.
I get what you're saying though. Like,
Yeah, like the ultimate enemy
Yeah,
of force wielders.
yeah, because John can literally like I or John like after readings like I can literally tell you something and you'd be like, why is that not canon? Why is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
It's so
you
dumb.
have a pool, you have like a gigantic pool of like amazing content and like background like knowledge. Like
The
after
Yu
all,
Zhong Wang.
like okay, Marvel Studios for instance, like everything can be canon, like which is funny because like in the Star Wars world, like oh that's Legends, we can't use that unless we want to. But even then, is it canon just because we add it in the show? I'm like, don't do this to me. Don't be Dave Filoni who's like, I like Legends material. Well, if you like it so much, make it canon.
Yeah,
Like you should not like revitalize stuff. Just say it's canon. Like don't like reintroduce things for the first time. Like that pisses me off because I'm like, why do that? You have it all there. You have hundreds of books.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's just incompetent.
What's his
They're just
name,
incompetent.
Thrawn was Legends, right? So, or
I don't know. He's canon now, though.
I know, but I'm saying like he was in the books, and yet they're like, this is a cool character. Let's put him in the show, and then let's put him in the live action, and then make him.
I don't know about Thrawn. I don't know.
Thrawn in the books, by the way, I haven't read a lot, but from what I've read, he's an actually interesting character. Probably because you have good authors. But then
Maybe.
you have screenwriters who don't know anything. And then they just write gibbly, just...
Yeah, like the Acolyte.
Yeah, the writing sucks.
No shit, bro.
Except for Soul. Even
Soul, I don't even know. That's the thing. I don't know if they got like a different writer for him or like because he
everything
can
else,
act or
he's acting around other Jedi who have no character. Therefore, his is like 10 times more.
like he's the only normal character in that. Like
Yeah. Well, okay, Yord is not horrible. It's just
Yord is underdeveloped.
yes, but what I mean is, when he's on screen, I don't
know what they were trying to do with him. Like
I like him more
was
than
like
any other Jedi that they showed in the last couple
sometimes
episodes.
they make him like he's uptight, but then there's also like a sense of duty to him and this and that. But like it's like he's so one note, but then like out of nowhere, out of left field, they try to make him like this more
like
complex.
Like you said though about like the difference between a writer making them uptight versus like the Jedi way. Like I can see how he could be like both sides of it. Like he is uptight, but at the same time, like he has like a sense of duty and like a responsibility to him. But more so, it's funny talking about a character.
But they made it so he was a character of it. They made him like a stereotype of that.
The last second he was willing to go with, whatever her name is, the twin. Like he went back with her, and he's like, okay, fine. And I'm like,
Osha?
Yeah, Osha. Like in that moment, he was like, okay, I guess let's just help. And then he immediately dies.
Yeah, he gets his neck snapped, bro.
I'm like, damn it. I'm like,
here's another thing. Like,
I hate seeing Jedi looking dispensable because I'm like, there's a lot of you. That doesn't mean you have to kill them. They're not clones. They're not clones.
Whoa.
Like, I look at Jedi, there's a lot of them being, like, cool because, like, you have, like, a whole pantheon of, like a literal, like, battalion, like an army.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like,
I get armies die, but, like...
I understand what you're saying, but, like, in my perspective, I mean, like, I just kind of...
I don't know.
I just kind of expected it because I knew it was not going to, get any better.
Maybe
so I was not surprised.
If he had more character, he wouldn't die so quick.
I don't know about that.
Master Soul's alive.
It wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter if they had a lot of character.
Well, that is true because the twin didn't die.
My point is like, here's something they could have done. Like they could have made it them like face a threat that would take multiple Jedi instead of just one Sith with a lightsaber.
Yeah, which I'm like,
which we've seen 100 times already.
I'm gonna be honest. It is so boring seeing one Sith.
I don't know. I mean, like, and here's another thing. Like, it's so cartoonish,
No,
bro.
like, I like the fight, but like, I want to see.
Too, but like, that doesn't excuse anything. Like, literally, they beat him, and then what? They don't do anything with him. They let him go. They literally let him go because he got attacked by a bunch of beetles.
Which is funny that stops him midway, because I'm like, why would that stop you versus multiple? Are you saying Jedi are nothing to him versus beetles or something?
Yeah, his weakness is beetles. Bro, but like, what were they thinking? Like, you think he wasn't going to survive beetles? They literally just let him go.
Yeah, they did that because they
literally just let him go.
I think they did that because they were like, we better survive. We have to survive. We have to leave.
They had him. Stoll could have just killed him, but Osha had to open her mouth, bro. Like, it's so stupid.
The Jedi way is what kills them.
It's not. She's not even the Jedi anymore, bro.
I'm saying
she's not even Jedi.
I'm saying Master Soul, when it
that's retarded.
Like, I do believe the Jedi way is their downfall as well. Like their stoic nature and their response, like the way they look at how they do battle is sometimes dumb.
But here's the thing: they could have done it better. They could have actually beaten the guy, and he's crippled and or something. No, he just gives up, and then what? They take him in? Like, what, really?
It also just shows. Well, I like how not every show, but like
how they didn't even take him in. They let a bunch of wild animals drive him off into the forest.
Maybe it's not complicated, but
this guy who killed like 10 Jedi back to back, they let a bunch of wild giant beetles drive him into the forest.
I don't see how. If he kills multiple Jedi, how do you let him go?
He's killing them back to back.
Like, I don't get what part of the order says like, oh, we can't. Like,
at least like bind him or something. He's on his ground, on his knees. That's it. And then
freaking Daphne, or I don't know if I forget the character's name, but like Daphne,
X-23.
Yeah, she locked up the freaking twin. She's
the
only one who was actually doing like a good job.
All the other Jedi were just. Okay, here's another thing too. Okay, I don't get this.
She dies by the way.
He like, you know for a fact, like, I just don't get, like, there's no way beetles are like a problem for him. He literally, like, his appearance, he literally appeared and used a force blast and literally pushed back like 10 different Jedi.
And yet the beetles.
And the beetles are his like, what? They better be like, what, force insensitive beetles or something. Like, they better have like resistance. They're actually they're secretly the dogs of the Yuzhong Vong or something. Like, they're secretly the dogs. Like,
the dogs of war.
they are like scout troopers of the Yuzhong Vong or something. Because like, you could just use the force blast. You could just force them away. You could just use the force and just flick them away. Come on.
You could use the force to make them explode.
You could just use a lightsaber and slice them up.
Like, remember how I told you how in Dark Empire when Palpatine explodes himself with the Force just to go into another body? I always thought that was the most insane way to die and kill yourself, just to come back as like, still to this day is the funniest thing ever. Because I was watching a video on Comic Pop and they were talking about, like, they're like, well, how did he kill himself? He's like, well, you know, if you use the Force in such a way where you move every part of your body outward. And I'm like, this is the most gruesome way to use the Force. And yet, this guy couldn't do that to these beetles. I'm like, he couldn't
just force push the beetles and call it a day.
I know, like, but because he's so evil, he could have literally just used one Force push to like make them explode, just all of them explode.
The show just sucks, bro. It just sucks.
They're willing to show messed up things in the show, but at the same time, when I say messed up, I mean, like, you know, like people actually like dying and stuff, which I'm like, whoa, I'm like, that's, yeah, maybe not new, but for a Disney era, I'm like, you don't see that as often. You don't see that.
Here's another thing.
That I won't say. I'm not giving them props, but I'm like, it's cool to see like they're willing to show people like die more often, like messed up things do happen. But I'm not saying it makes it better. And just it's cool to see that in the Disney era because they don't show that stuff ever. Even 7 through 9, they barely show like them dying hard. Like yeah, people died, but like it was more like you don't see like them getting like the actual wounds.
Here's another thing too, like what's it called?
Man, there's only 8 episodes. That's what the hell are you gonna do by episode 8?
Well, that's the thing. And they're only 30 minutes.
Yeah, like Ahsoka somehow finished, but even that was Ahsoka finished a little lackluster. But you know what are you gonna do? Because guess what? Thrawn was able to make it out.
It was thrown all along. Like I don't know. I mean, like
Of course you weren't gonna kill your.
it's just episode 5. Like here's another funny thing.
These TV shows I think are ruining.
No shit. I think TV shows in general suck, but
Well, because
there's only like a
they
few
don't
good
know how
ones.
to make.
They don't know how to pace things.
Yes, and because of that, they ruin. Like, okay, I know you said Andor is good, but also it wasn't 8 episodes, like 11 or something.
It was 12. But here's the thing. Like
also, it was written by totally different people.
the first 4. That's not even an excuse. Like yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah, you're right. It was written by competent people who know how to tell a story.
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying it's like you said. It's written by just better writers.
Yeah, it's really like we should be getting Andor across the board.
Yeah,
Especially
Didn't
from a
that get,
multi-million.
Andor got an award. I think it was like
Maybe.
it got awards for that show.
Maybe.
I think Ahsoka did too for like visual effects or something.
I
Andor
didn't
got it
watch
for
the
story.
Ahsoka, so I don't know.
Wait.
But here's the thing. So in the beginning, everyone universally hated the Acolyte, right? Everyone said this show sucks.
Oh yeah, Andor got 2 awards. Yeah.
Andor's good. Everyone said that this show sucks until episode 5 came.
Oh yeah, you told me when you told me that. Oh well, because I didn't know yet. And then I watched the episode. I was like, people really flipped the script. I mean, the show is still the same show.
Episode 5 came, they saw fighting, actual okay fighting, good fighting, and now, like,
Yeah, but
this show is awesome.
the show is still the same show. It's not like things have changed.
It's not like people would change their minds. It's just a subsection of people who secretly like the show all like the entire time. They're like, see, I love this show. This show, everyone's just nonsensically disliking. They're just hating just to hate it.
Okay.
No, this show sucks.
I'm not one of them. Like I said,
I hope not.
I like watching the show, but I understand when when we're talking about like the problems that arise. I can see them. I'm not saying they're not there.
That's the thing. Like,
I'm not
that's what I'm saying. Like,
blind.
You like bad
just,
stuff. No
yes.
offense, but you like bad stuff.
I get what you're saying. I just like to tell anyone listening, like, it's not that I don't see that stuff. I'm not one of the people on Reddit that just blindly say things are just amazing for being amazing. Like, I just, my entertainment levels, I guess I can just watch almost anything and still get something out of it somehow. I don't know. I'm able to do that.
He's okay with watching anything.
Yeah. I'm not saying...
As long as it has a plot and it's not, like...
I'm an easy goer.
Yeah, he's pretty easy.
But that doesn't... I don't want to be like that because
It's too late.
No, but I'm the reason why crappy stuff can be allowed.
You finally see my point.
I know that. But the sad part is, like, I'm watching and I'm like, well, I'm still watching. I'm like, I still watch.
My problem is, like, this show just sucks. It just sucks.
I know, but I hate my own feelings because more of the same stuff that I can see why is crap will still exist. Like, they're like, okay, I'll watch Andor eventually, and when I do, I think I can realize I'm not dumb. I know the difference between like good writing and.
I'm telling you right now, if you liked Rogue One, you'll like Andor.
Rogue One. Oh, okay.
You'll like Andor.
Rogue One had my favorite fight.
And Andor will literally, if you didn't find Rogue One boring, you'll like Andor.
Okay, good, because
Andor will open your eyes.
I thought Rogue One was better than 7 through 9.
Of course. There's no doubt.
Like
There's
that
no
ending
doubt.
30-minute the last fight scene, or the battle scene, the last 30 minutes was one of the best of Star Wars in a while. That whole from the ships to them trying to get to, exploding the
Like, here's the thing, Rogue One, like,
That
had,
movie's
the only problem Rogue One had was that it was a movie. It wasn't long enough.
Yeah, well,
It was not enough. Compared to Andor, they flesh everything out.
Okay, yeah.
Andor really fleshes everything out. After watching, like, Andor, that's the only nitpick I had.
Rogue One has an amazing tone to it. It's like
what's it called? Andor, oh man. But, like, Acolyte, oh my god. Like,
Acolyte has a weird tone. You're like, I'm not sure what I'm meant to feel. Like, it's corny as hell. It's corny as hell sometimes, and then sometimes you're like trying to be serious, and then it's like your villain's the most corny villain.
So dumb.
I'm like,
but like, yeah, like episode 5 came out, and all these guys, like the fans of the show, like rallied, like they For Honored rallied and came back, and now they're like duking it out. Okay, there was something else about like Rotten Tomatoes. I have to figure it out. I did not watch
on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not. I didn't get to watch something. I heard something with Rotten Tomatoes and this show, but I don't know.
Like fake scores or something.
Maybe I'm not sure.
They had problems, or they did with certain
they did with Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, they
froze the scores.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, it's so dumb. So
this is a side tangent, but I don't know if you heard. I don't use Crunchyroll anymore, but they turned off like comments.
They turned off the comments. Yeah.
I haven't read the post, but I don't need to, because it's a dumb decision no matter what you look at it.
That's retarded. I don't know why.
I like looking at comments when I watch these shows.
Yeah,
I watch all my shows, by the way.
Why'd they turn off the comments?
I haven't read it. I'm gonna be honest. Their posts, I think it probably has like bullying or something. Who knows? It probably has to be like how often is there harassment?
Experience.
Just like every show you're watching on Crunchyroll, someone's harassing you.
What happened?
I'm like, what? People are like, "Oh, this is a big deal." I'm like, you don't just randomly do. I'm
like, what happened?
I'm like, it must have been. It's just so weird because I'm like, look, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes, look, it's like comment section is my main community. Sometimes when watching a show that like I'm invested, like a certain anime or something, I'll watch it and look at comments and be like, okay, let's see like how everyone is on this episode right now. How's everyone feeling? And I get like the craziest different comments, and I'm like, and I get more perspective. To be honest, that's how I get like crazy perspective on like a show. And I like doing that sometimes because then I'll read a comment and be like, I never thought of what the hell I just watched that way. I never thought of. And I rewatch it, I'm like, whoa. And it's like rewatching something for like the first time, like seeing something I never even thought about when watching it. And like I do that now with like a lot of shows, and it gets me more like engagement with the show. With like when usually you just watch like an episode and you just wait till the next episode, which I still do, but I'll read comments like crazy and just like see like actual like good comments and be like, I never thought of this person's like the metaphor like in this show, like I didn't understand what the hell they're going at, and like this person I'm like, what? Like, by the way, there's a certain show, I don't remember the name, but the episodes got leaked, like the first 3 episodes before like the second episode even came out, and people were like, oh, this is interesting. Like, and I'm like, this studio better do something. Like, I hope they know about this. It was like on linked on one of the websites, and I was watching them, and I noticed the audio quality sound like they're like it was echoey, as if like they were like inside like a certain like place or something like that. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then people in the comments are like, oh, did anyone else hear this? And I'm like,
yeah, guys, this is weird.
Like, everyone in the comments like, funny. Oh, this episode sounded pretty weird. Also, they had like a watermark of like what the show was called, like on the episode, and I didn't even see it. I'm so engaged on the show. You know, like, it's like this gigantic, like the show symbol, and it didn't bother me at all. And everyone in the comments it took me till seeing a comment in this comment section to realize that watermark was there. Like, people are so engaged sometimes, they don't even notice things.
Wait, so now they got rid of that?
But no, it's still up on these websites that, you know, like the websites that somehow don't get taken down. I don't know how those websites work, by the way, like in regards to them being like still available, you know? Like, you would assume they're so public and so many people know about them. you would assume like F movies, by the way, F movies.2, I think they might have been shut down because if you go on there, like
Whoa!
for instance,
You doxing them, bro.
if you go on there, The Boys only went up to like episode 4 this season. They haven't put a new episode up, and we were like, I think we have to say R.I.P. to one of our favorite websites.
Bro, you just doxed them.
They've
Yeah.
been doxed to hell and back.
I mean, yeah, probably.
But there was another website that is identical looking. It's just called something else, the URL. And
I think it's because they all use like
I know it's the
server
same
or whatever.
URL for me.
Yeah.
I typed it in and I was like, this is just the same website, just different color of the.
Yeah.
It fascinates me the people who run these servers, like how they can make it this long. Like how do they even get this the shows? Like I don't know how they are able to do it.
Probably pirate, like they pirated and they put on some server.
Like,
That's
I know. I'm just saying the amount of shows.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, especially animes, like the weekly shows. I'm like, what? I'm like, the library is insane. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to say it because I was thinking of the comment thing, and I was like, that's some weird stuff happening lately. But yeah, so Acolyte goes to episode 8. So next week will be the last episode. Next week, when we talk,
That will be the final.
we should be able to talk about everything if you watch the last episode before we talk, because the episodes come out right before we talk. So we should be able, we should be able.
Yeah,
to
yeah, okay, yeah. We'll talk about it. Like we'll probably have it like around 4 then, and then we can. What time did the episodes come out?
Well, I woke up this morning. I think the episode already was out. Episode 7.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, we'll just watch it.
So,
Like,
it's already it's out the day of recording. So
okay.
I think it's like 3 a.m. or something like that. Like one of those things. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of those Disney shows, by the way, are like sometimes they're like 6 at night or 3 in the. I'm like, what is with the schedule? Like The Boys for Amazon is like 12, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Huh.
Which I'm like, that's weird. Speaking of The Boys, the next episode comes out tomorrow. That's an 8-episode show too, I think.
I haven't been watching The Boys.
It's an interesting season compared to the others. I don't know if people like it as much, but it's a fun season. Because the last season comes out whenever. It'll be one more season. That's it.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm happy. Like they're definite. They're like, we already knew we were gonna have 5 seasons, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, you already knew in advance. I'm like, so you can like properly the shows that know how to do episodicals. Thank God. Like they never were like movie first idea and then turn into a show. Like that's
what everyone's
Disney
doing
is.
now.
Disney, these Marvel and Star Wars shows, they're meant to be movies, but they just let's put them on our platform because we have our platform. This $1 billion platform we created, we have to make shows. I'm like, or
They're not even good shows, bro.
just put your movies on there first. Just put your.
I don't know what they're even doing.
They'll
now.
probably make no money, but
I hope they make no money.
no, I mean, like, remember HBO Max? They put movies there first, and they made no money.
Really?
Well, they only did it for a couple movies, and then they stopped that.
Probably because the movies. Wait, what movies did they put?
Matrix. Matrix
What?
was day 1 on HBO Max.
Wait, which one?
The new one.
Oh, of course. Never
I'm
mind.
saying that was day. Like,
I thought like you meant like the first movie,
No,
like
I'm
the
saying
first Matrix.
they
If
were-
it was the first Matrix, that would have made it like I was like, what? How?
no,
But then you said that it was the new Matrix. I was
Yeah,
like,
because
oh,
what I mean is they were putting out like new movies with when HBO Max came out, like whatever new movie was coming out, they put it out on the app first. They didn't put it in
Ooh.
theaters. Like King Kong versus Godzilla, that one, the first one, was on the app. And but that was a fun
What,
movie. But
Oh.
those are just fun, like sit together and watch.
Yeah.
What else came? Well, Zack Snyder Justice League that came out on the app, of course, because. Oh, speaking of, they're having a viewing in theaters for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm putting it back in theaters. Just you wait. And I'm like,
why?
I'll watch that in theaters. I want to see it on a gigantic screen for like the 5th time. I'll watch a 4-hour movie for the 5th time.
Oh my god.
I saw it multiple times. I saw it in black and white. Saw it in color. I love that movie. But but they stopped that because they're like, it's just not working. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So they're putting movies back in theaters, but like they still have shows, of course. Like Young Justice, they just scrapped that. That was depressing. Even though the fan base was there, I don't know what their metrics are, but Harley Quinn season 5 is in the works right now. I think I'm almost up to date on that show. It's interesting. It's a funny show.
I don't watch
That
DC at
Superman
all.
show is really good. That Superman anime show that they have on Adult Swim / HBO Max.
You know, I'm Superman.
But yeah, I think because of the mostly Star Wars centric episode.
No, there's got to be something else. I do not want to make it all Star Wars.
No, I meant
There's been 3 all Star Wars.
No, I just meant because we're almost 2 hours.
What?
We're at an hour and 45.
All right, we could go in another 30. We can go another 30.
Okay,
what other topic? It can't just all be Star Wars.
That was my main. Let me think. Give me one sec. It was mostly just Star Wars, to be honest.
No, it cannot be Star Wars.
You said it was okay. Let's see. What is this? Sony Music, Aniplex, and Pocket Pair form
Aniplex.
Power World Entertainment.
What?
New joint venture to focus on Power World's IP expansion via licensing opportunities, among others. Are you saying? So Power World got this, but this is insane. So Sony Music.
You know, I own Power World.
You say that.
I am Power World.
That's a global development.
I am global.
The licensing opportunities and merchandise will be sold on Aniplex's store. That's insane.
Shit, I got a headache now.
From hearing Power. Did you hear about First Descendant? How it's basically Destiny?
Oh yeah, so I heard like they copied Destiny or something.
They copied like symbols and like artwork like Destiny has. It's identical.
Really? Wait. Send me this. I want to see it.
Descendant. Controversy. The graphic design appears to have been very closely influenced by Destiny.
The graphic design,
like certain symbols, like
oh,
but it's so close that
really?
you're like, let me come on. Where's the? Give me a sec. I'm looking for. Where the hell are the images? Destiny 2 icons. Someone posted an image like, guess which is from which game. Let me find. Maybe one sec. I'm looking literally for a. What is the best? You haven't seen them though?
No, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen.
Okay, this isn't like the best image, but it like.
Is it free to play?
Oh, is it? I have no idea.
Oh, well, I heard it's like the monetization is really bad.
I just sent a picture. There's
Alright,
some
okay.
icons here that are from Destiny and from First Ascent.
I'm starting to understand why everyone's freaking out about Jade.
Oh yeah, her
Oh my
potential.
god. Yeah, I'm building a second set so I can subsume her.
She's powerful, yeah. I just don't have the specific mods maybe that make her like even more powerful, but yeah, you see the icons here.
Why? And I got the heat seat. It's like an Air Force thing. It's like,
Oh yeah, you just throw those things down, you just blow people up, yeah. But yeah, this is the comparisons right now.
oh, wait here. Let me actually.
Some of them are like identical.
Oh, wait, that's not him. I mean, wait, John's playing Total War Attila.
Yeah.
Wait, did he say he watched it?
He didn't message me back.
Fuck. I just realized we can play Civ 6 if we wanted to on Thursday.
That's a game that I'll
Oh.
You see the
Is everything on the left, or is it like side by side?
they actually are side by side of each image. Each image is
Oh wow, yeah.
They are so close.
This is eerily. Wow.
I mean, look at some of them are
Well,
almost
one is Arcane from Warframe.
from Warframe. Oh, yeah.
The bottom one.
Oh, that is an arcade. Oh, it's
I
a
think
good.
Warframe's got to get into this fight now.
But literally, look at the one that has the arrow pointing to the right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, these are too similar.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, man? What the hell? People are like, this is messed up. They can't do this. It's illegal.
That's gotta be. I don't know. It's too much. That's too much for it to be a coincidence.
Oh my! It's on Forbes. Yeah, that's where I found it. They all like copied and pasted.
They slightly edited.
Oh my god! There's an Icolos gun basically.
Really? Where?
Let me find an image of a sniper. They said this is like very similar to the Icolos. Let me see. I sent an image. You see the image?
Oh yeah, here.
I mean,
All right, let me see.
they're similar looking.
Yeah.
Or like the sleeper. Actually, it's more sleeper actually. The sniper. If you look at the symbols. Yeah, I posted the sleeper.
Yeah, but like the triangle thing.
Yeah, they're right there. That's insane. Oh my god, do they have a ghost?
I think they have something similar.
Oh,
wait, this is made by
It's a freeze orb, not a ghost, but it looks identical to a ghost.
They
said it's at least 85% Warframe DNA in almost every way possible as well.
Warframe.
Oh my god. You're right, it might just be inspiration, but this could be a bit too far.
That is a lot of inspiration.
Oh, I think someone's at my door. What the hell? Oh.
I'm gonna turn my Jade into a M22 Raptor.
I just don't have the potential with the shooting stuff. It doesn't kill like everything instantly.
Oh, I got the mods.
I don't have enough, but
I got the
I'm
mods.
able to blow people up. Those are quick and fun.
Yeah, I'm shooting down missiles.
I got
bombing.
Dante and the Overguard's fun, but beyond that, yeah, I don't know. I have to see what else I can do with them.
Let's do it, Dante. I'm just like trying to get max out my energize and as many arcanes as possible.
How many did you get so far?
I don't know. I didn't check.
Did you buy a lot, or because they take like 46 per?
I spent all my money on drugs.
That's not bad. You can get like
say that.
You can get one per day if you don't play like a crazy.
One?
No, I'm saying.
Oh hell no.
No, I just meant if you get. I know you need like 22 or 23, 21.
Oh, that is an Icolo sniper. Like, let's be real. Like.
Oh, you went back to that. Yeah.
This is Korean, right?
What is that? Those symbols are. Yeah, they don't look Japanese. Might be. Let me look up. First Descendant. Is Nexon Games. Formerly Korean, is a South Korean video game publisher. They were created in 2013.
Wait, Nexon?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I know those guys. They got into a spat with Dark and Darker.
Oh yeah. Oh, what did they make? They publish Maple Story,
Publish a bunch of
Dungeon
stuff.
Fighter, Kim Jong Un. I mean, Kim Jong Ju. Wait, what?
What?
I'm reading it. I didn't just make that up. Oh,
Whoa.
a guy named Kim Jong Ju.
Oh my god. You did not just say that, dog.
Sometimes I get confused because
Sometimes I get confused and I don't release this.
No, they keep the name
Oh
last
my
name first
God.
name first. Even in American context, they keep their last name first because of the Asian. And I get
Oh my god.
for a long time, I remember that Bert Kreischer thing where he said, he was like, I thought every Kim Jong whatever, I thought that was their first name, like they were all named Kim, but that was just their last name.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because it's,
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I never thought about it because you just hear you hear that name and you wouldn't even know which is what. Sometimes I look at a name and I'm like, is this the last name? Like when you say it out loud, does this sound like a last name? And then if I look at my manga, I'm like, oh crap, is that their first or last name on the book? I'm like, is that the first one? I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, that's First Ascendant. I guess it.
Are you gonna be playing it?
Is it? You said it was free, or?
Yeah. I'll probably not.
What is it?
It's like a looter shooter.
It is, okay. I haven't seen any gameplay for it, by the way. I'm so out of the loop.
I think Astacross made a video on it.
Oh, I barely watch them, but yeah, I'll look into it.
I haven't watched Destiny in a while, so no ranting about Destiny for this week, unfortunately. Did you hear about anything else?
There was some. What else was there? Actually, for the time being, let me actually look up the Crunchyroll thing because they did have an actual
response.
Yeah, comments gone. Let me see. Let me see what IGN. Let me see. Did I find it? Yeah. Why is Crunchyroll assuming at Crunchyroll we prioritize creating a safe and respectful community environment to maintain the standard. We are removing all existing user-generated content, including comments, across all our platforms and experiences. The user rating systems will, however, remain, allowing you to express your opinions through star ratings.
They'll censor it. They'll censor it soon.
That's so dumb.
They will. YouTube censors it.
How much misinformation is happening? Oh, let me see.
Isn't it that's just an excuse at this point?
Let's see. They're really going out of their way to claim Crunchyroll is shoving it in their face. Wait, lots of deeply pathetic people review bombing the new. Oh, I guess there was one case of review bombing for BL shows, which are boy love shows. Meaning
what?
In Japanese, they have BL, meaning a gay show, two guys, they call it BL, boy love. And people are just review bombing it because, and I'm like,
well, that's why they're shutting it all down.
No, but there's instances like that, across the whole website where people who look at a certain show and are have
But review bombing is
I know it's a modern day thing, but I mean it's been
it's normal.
Yes, but these people are review bombing it's a heavy amount for shows. Of course, they're not watching. So let me see. They posted. Someone said, give me a choice to opt out. Listen here, Crunchy. You're not giving us the choice to opt out of any genres in our profile settings. So if I find a male-to-male BS like this in my feed, I'm going to give my honest opinion about it. That's what the hell, bro?
Oh, man.
I'm not here for this crap, so get this out of my field.
That's crazy. That's funny. That's. I mean, he's got a point, I guess.
I mean, yes, you do. You can pick. I think when you make a profile, you do like pick like the type of genres. I think, but they're showing that when it's in your feed, it's most likely like.
I don't think it's a thing that take away like
But
the entire comment section,
yeah,
though.
but that comment's a little funny just because like that's only should like that might show up like the simulcast like showing like what's coming out this season more so than like when you're looking under a specific genre maybe like but who like
Well, do you think they're actually taking it away because they want to solve the problem of review bombing, or do you think it's because
it's nonstop. It's more review bombing than actual like horrible messages. I bet. Like I doubt. When I was on Crunchyroll, I didn't see like like horrible messages to each other. It was just like talking about the show, not like that's it.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to these other websites, when someone has an opinion, they're like, "What? Like, did we watch the same thing?" Like,
I mean, like that's the thing. Like,
that's
I mean,
normal, and nothing hurtful comes out of that either. So it's like, also, the comment section is like my bread and butter. I'm like, this is how I find out like how like a true like that's the real communities of people like who are watching the show like on a specific site. Like you see like if they put a comment there, you know like that's the real community right there. More so like than like the Reddit's there too, but I like to see the people who actually comment on the episode like right then and there, and I'm like, okay, let's see what these people.
this show sucks.
I love when people just say that like have no comment. 1 star. This show sucks.
This show sucks. Baba Booey.
But then you have essays in the comment section, and then someone will comment to that person saying,
and then a war starts.
No, but someone will comment being like, "Yeah, but the show sucks." I just like
Acolyte.
Yeah, like someone like have like an in-depth review of like an episode, so I understand like the metaphor. Like, yeah, but the show sucks. Like 1 word response to that guy.
Yeah, the show does suck though.
Like I heard what you had to say, but it sucks.
It still sucks.
And then someone will be like, "Yo, man, you can't just say." I'm like, "Why can't I say?"
Sorry, not sorry.
Yes, I do read those paragraph wide. Like, I'm like, "Oh, what does this person have to say about this episode?"
I read it and then I judge the strength of their argument, and then I read the follow up.
But sometimes they're not even like arguments. They're like sometimes the paragraphs are about like foreshadowing stuff like in the episodes, and like this is what I think like these people are trying to like get out of it, like what the episodes like what we could see type of thing, like Easter eggs and like and those episodes like those people who comment like that, I'm like, holy hell, I never even thought like that. And then like I said, I literally go back and I'm like, wow, like there's more to it than just surface level reaction. Most of my shows, it's very surface level. I don't think that hard on a first episode watch. But I'm happy there's people there that like really look into it, and then they're right a lot of the time. Or they read the manga and they're just like spoiling it without spoiling it. They're like, "Oh, I think this might happen," and then it's like, "Damn it, you probably read that damn thing."
Yeah, those people.
Or okay, this is the worst thing that happens is when an anime has a 12-episode show, like 1 season, and it ends like. It ends in a way that's not how the manga like is ending. Like because either like the manga like it's rushed because the manga's still going, or like they just didn't have time to like end it properly. And and you watch like the 12 episodes and you're like, this was horrible.
Wait, what? Wait,
like,
what? Say, what?
I've watched shows where I'm super invested, but then the last episode comes out, I'm like, there's no payoffs and then there's never a second season. Like the show is just you just blow like wind in the air, like this never happened. I'm like, this is the worst episode ever. The worst show ever created. Like it ends without any like anything. It ends with nothing that makes you feel good or bad or like you're like, why did the show even exist if you couldn't even end it properly? I'm like, you could. That happens so often. I'm like, oh no, I see it coming too. I'm like, there's only 1 episode left. They're either going to end it really crappy. And I'm like...
Or like a cliffhanger?
Not even cliffhanger. They just end it. They're like, oh, you know, this happened and we're ending.
Yikes.
Like, there's no payoff. There's nothing. Like, I'm like, oh no. That's what this show is going to become. Acolyte. Like, Episode 8's gonna come out, and you're like,
No, I think it has to wrap up, right?
no. I mean, like, when I mean like the shows I'm talking about, like they wrap up in a way that's like not satisfying because either like it's just I don't think the show's rushed because okay, the Acolyte's not rushed only because they knew it was a show beforehand. They just suck at writing it.
I don't think. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Acolyte is definitely not rushed in terms of like
it wasn't a
development.
movie
There's no way.
first, and then,
It was like I heard about like I literally heard about this when I was
Years
playing
ago.
Cold War Zombies.
yeah, they talked about this year.
That was
It on-
2020.
yeah, this was in the docket for upcoming shows, right?
Yeah, like this was in the making for a while. Like,
And then this comes out.
and then we get this. Yeah.
I think there's worse like Marvel stuff than this, to be honest. Not saying
Worst Marvel.
like,
There's what?
when I think of Disney stuff and I combine like Marvel and Star Wars, and every time there's a show that
I
comes
feel
out,
like ironically they're both having the same treatment right now.
it's literally just Disney.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's people within they all work for Disney though, so that's the thing. Like, if you work for under Star Wars or Marvel, you're Disney. So it's man, it's like what do you do? Like, why do you have to water down stuff? Why do you have to make things make no sense? Why do you have to make characters sound like this? Like, why is this your decision making? Are you watching your shows? Like, is this the content you like? Like, did you grow up liking this type of stuff? Because this does not exist. Like this, none of this type of content existed. Like the way they, like the dialogue to the, I'm like, what?
Everything is Marvel-esque.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Secret Invasion, it's one of the worst things ever created.
Oh my god.
Only because it didn't matter at all.
Oh my god.
I there's scenes I liked, but that doesn't like you said, like Acolyte. There's things that are likable, but sadly, at the end of the day, it's like it doesn't matter.
Sucks.
Like, that's the sad truth. Like, I can get a lot of good stuff out of Secret Invasion, and yet I look back and I'm like, what was the point of that show? Like, nothing else is like. And then you ruin Nick Fury with the I'm gonna be honest, I like the Marvels more than freaking Secret Invasion.
Oh my god.
The Marvels just had a fun tone. I was like, I'm here for it, whatever.
Oh my god. I didn't expect that.
The Marvels is better than Captain Marvel. I'm not
Really?
sexist because I'm liking one of them. I'm like, Captain Marvel is just boring. Like, that's my problem. Like, the Marvels had every Marvel goddamn thing has a crappy villain for the most part. And this was not an exception, but I like the trio of the Marvels, like the Captain Marvels. Like, they're just fun actors, like, to see on screen. And that made it enjoyable for me. Like, just seeing like fun casting together with like good dialogue between them, I'm like, that's fun. And then they showed Beast at the end in the after credit scene, and I lost my mind. I think I was in the theaters, I think, and I was like, "Oh, it's Beast." I'm like, it's the Beast from the 2000s. I'm like, it's Kelsey Grammer. I'm like, it's him, but in CGI form instead of like being hairy, Beast and makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
And guess what? That doesn't matter because we're not even going to see X-Men until like years later. Well,
I mean,
we'll see Deadpool, Wolverine, but that doesn't really count. I'm like, that's like alternate universe-ish stuff. I mean, it's in the main, but it's not the same as like an X-Men team. It's like,
I mean, yeah.
Because even Hugh Jackman won't be on the X-Men team. This is a Hugh Jackman we love.
This is just...
He's just here for the sake of, like the Wolverine fan, like to see him one last time, for the sake of him being in a Marvel franchise again, and being in Marvel Studios. But there will be a new Wolverine. Like he's 55.
That sucks.
He's not. I'm like, I get it.
He's pretty cool though. He's still
cool,
good.
but like I get it. I'm like, I get why you left the first time around. I get why you came back because you knew like this would just be a fun movie to make. A fun send off. By the way, Logan to me, one of the best Marvel movies ever created.
I think Logan sucks.
Did you watch Logan?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
That was the most.
I was joking.
To let you know, everyone, I was joking.
I was joking.
I I
It
love
really sucks.
I really
No,
love
I'm
that movie.
joking. I like it. I like that. I think it was pretty good. I
That's one
think.
of the best. I like The Wolverine too, but I know Logan's better. It's made by the same guy, the same director. Totally
Oh
different
yeah.
movies. But both movies, I was like, Logan in Japan, amazing. Logan dying, well, on his quest to like, who am I at this point in this life? There's no more mutants for guys. He's barely like my life sucks. Everyone die. Like, except in this world, Professor X basically supposedly killed everyone instead of Logan by accidentally killing everyone.
Huh.
Because in the comics, like Old Man Logan was like he was hypnotized or something where he killed all the X-Men and he has to live with that grief forever.
Did you know I killed all the X-Men?
I think you thought a lot.
Thank you.
Freaking Kyber Core Kyber Industry.
FiberIndustries.com.
I was watching a review.
Oh yeah.
I was watching a review of someone talking about the 2000s anime, like how kids got into anime, and it was either you had your Pokemon, Bakugan, Beyblade, um, Digimon, and
Digimon,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Digital Monsters.
And some people say the funny thing is they're like, out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh shows, 5Ds is the best. And people are like, I couldn't get into 5Ds because it's that corny crap of riding on a motorcycle the whole time. And I was like, I was like, that's the coolest part for me as a kid.
Maybe that's where it all
I got
began.
into 5Ds before I got into GX, so I did reversal. The worst part is the English dub never even had a final season, so you never even knew what happened at the end. I think they made up an ending. But
I know what happened.
That dub was amazing because the guy who played Yusei, I think his name was, played Raphael in the 2000s TMNT show.
Huh.
And I love that voice. Just yelling at his brother.
Okay.
I was like, that TMNT show was also my bread and butter. I don't know if you watch that show, but
I
Out of all
remember
Turtle
watching
shows?
the original one. Not the original, like the cool one in the 2000s.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The one with the awesome opening. Turtles.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, turtles.
Turtles.
It's the greatest theme song. I love
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
the
that-
greatest.
that
And then they went
one
to the
was
future,
awesome.
which I was like, what the hell? Like, why'd
Oh
you go to
man,
the
I had
future?
the game. I had the game on PS2.
Oh,
yeah.
you did? Oh.
Yeah,
The
it was, and then you have to fight against the
Oh,
Triceratops dudes.
Oh my god, what's her name?
They weren't in the new Nickelodeon show, right?
You know?
They never showed up in the Nickelodeon
Did they
show.
not?
But in the game, you fought against like all of the
Bebop and
factions.
Rocksteady? The main villain? Oh,
I think they showed
speaking
up.
of, did you watch that, the movie that came out a couple years ago? The
Live action? Oh no. There was an Attack on Titan reference though.
there was, because spoilers for that. Donatello, the ending villain, he was like, "How do we defeat them?" And he was like,
Yeah,
"We
he's
go
like-
for the name."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yep.
the fact that this turtle boy was like, I watched an anime and that helped me defeat our nemesis. And Jujutsu Kaisen had like you saw pictures of Gojo or whatever. Yes. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're making a 9-episode animated sequel to that movie, but it's a different animation style with the same actors, which I'm like, that's pretty cool. It's coming out this August on Paramount Plus, the one subscription service that no one talks about. Unless you're a Star
I think
Trek.
the best version is always going to be that 2000s.
Oh my
so.
god, it's the
It
best
was
voice
just everything,
acting.
bro.
It's
was
the
everything.
best. Even Splinter was good. Splinter. No, I mean Shredder's daughter. What's her name? Kai? No. I think it was Kai or something. Whatever his daughter.
Kmart.
Yeah, Kmart.
Kmart in here, guys.
Have you ever been to a Kmart?
Nope.
They don't really exist anymore.
I go to Walmart.
I
No,
go
not
to
even.
Walmart.
Not even,
Turn
dog.
that K
Not
upside
even.
down, and you get a backwards K. I know you get the same K.
What?
Actually, never mind.
What?
Never mind. Don't listen to me.
What did you just say?
I lost my mind there.
Bro.
It's all good. I'm losing it.
You did not just say that, dog.
But unless you have something else, That could be the end.
That is the end.
Yeah, it's been like over 2 hours.
Did we supplement enough? It better not be another Star Wars.
Yeah, but this time we can say I watched it at least.
All right, yeah, you watched it. So what's your takeaway? Final points.
I can see. I can see what the rage is about. Sorry, rage in a bad way. I think when people say the rage, maybe that's a good thing. I can see it.
Hi, Mr. Rage.
But I think if I was more of a Star Wars like aficionado, like in regards to like timeline stuff, like I wouldn't really be thinking about that stuff unless I knew that stuff like ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Just like, is it good or not?
No,
like,
I
in
just
your
meant,
opinion.
I meant to.
In your opinion.
Oh, it's watchable.
What the fuck? I mean, yeah, no, yeah, it is watchable.
Like, I myself am. I can say I'm enjoying it because I am watching it still. I don't know if that counts. I guess yeah. Well, if I watch any, well, you're watching it because you want to tell me how much it sucks. So that's not really. You're not watching it for enjoyment, but I keep clicking next because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, somehow I'm still intrigued, even though by episode 5, the villain has lost me. like you said, the villain was like at least interesting until he starts.
Until we started yapping.
Yes, like most villains. No.
And I was like, bro.
Yep, it's over. There goes your like cool factor? Question mark. Cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So cool. What? You like it?
I like it, but I will at least admit there are faults. I can admit
what?
that. Well, I don't want to. I'll say that I do like it.
Is it good or bad?
Oh, well, when I say watchable, I guess it's good. It's more good.
What do you mean by it's watchable?
Well, I mean, like,
why are you so wish-washy about this?
Well, because I'm not loving it, but I do enjoy it. I'll say that.
So you do like it?
Yes.
Do you think it's bad, though?
Yes. I can see this as a show, like you said, where you just sit around and try not to think, even though you have to think because every time they mention it, you're like, oh, how does this work?
Oh, like, even thinking, like, thinking doesn't do anything for you.
No, it's a type of show where, like, you try, like, if you told someone, it's like, okay, well, try not to think. I think you'll enjoy it. But then you're like, well, what about this? You're like, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, it's too much. But then when you
like, literally, this is something...
Even
like,
if I think about it, it gets more complicated the more you think because they've sort of ruined timeline stuff and then they add stuff that doesn't make sense. And
here's the thing, if you want to watch something, yeah, it's watchable. Is it good? No. It is not good.
I have that sentiment.
Is it terrible? Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But
is it? No, actually, this is what I wanted to ask. Is it the worst Star Wars thing you've watched?
No.
What is worse?
Give me one sec. I'm going to be honest with you. I think. Okay, Obi-Wan was not bad because of the fight. I just thought Obi-Wan was horribly boring. Like,
you think Obi-Wan is worse?
Yes, because I was bored. I was more bored in Obi-Wan than this. I don't know why. I just, like, every episode of Obi-Wan, I just was like, eh. I like Obi-Wan, but, like, each episode, I just was like, this.
Oh my god.
Like, I really couldn't care about that show, but it had nothing to do with that last. It's just the show. I was bored the whole time. Like, nothing intrigued me to go to the next episode. This, I'm like, it's new or something. Like, I don't know how to explain it because there's no one character that's making me watch the next episode. It's just more like I'm more invested somehow. Like, I'm able to, like, get to the next episode with the faults, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm enjoying it more. I can say that I'm enjoying this more somehow than Obi-Wan, even though I like Obi-Wan as a character 10 times more than any characters in this. I think that just shows how much I just didn't care for the writing in Obi-Wan, and not that I think it was just lazy plots more so than just there wasn't really bad writing in Obi-Wan. It was just lazy like plots. I didn't care. He barely did anything in Obi-Wan. It was just another sand planet freaking show. Maybe that's why I could enjoy this one. Like I like Boba Fett more than Obi-Wan, I think, which is hard to believe. But the more I
Wait,
think,
do you think Obi-Wan is the worst thing in Star Wars?
oh, I get by saying that. I guess I okay. Let me think. Let me just think.
Bro,
TV
what?
shows.
No, in general, everything.
In general, I think I'd rather watch episode 1 over Obi-Wan. Yeah. And that's saying a lot because
What is the worst?
yeah,
What's the worst?
I'm trying to think of everything. Then, okay, I haven't watched Andor, but I already know that's gonna be good. What if I haven't watched Bad Batch, so I really couldn't care. It might be Obi-Wan.
You think Obi-Wan's the worst show?
Yeah, for me, I literally was bored the whole time. Like the sad part is,
oh my god!
the sad part is, Anakin there
god.
didn't help because I was like, it's cool to see him, but nothing happened.
Listen,
Like,
wow.
it's bad for it's the worst because just boredom, more so than how you describe Acolyte just being bad. Like that's bad in a different way. I mean, of course you could be bored at that too, but
Bro.
my boredom factor, like the factor of being bored, outweighs Acolyte just being like bad in writing or anything. Like I was able to watch, like I enjoyed Book of Boba Fett more than Obi-Wan. I enjoyed Ahsoka more than Obi-Wan. I enjoyed what else? What other shows came out? There wasn't that many. Movie wise, I liked every. Oh wait, let me retract that. Let me think.
Wait, so you think?
Wait, let me.
You
Think. I
think?
forgot about the sequels. Let me think. I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember plot points of the sequels, but not the like every moment.
Wait, so the worst thing in Star Wars is Obi-Wan for you?
Yeah, Obi-Wan was more boring than any of the sequels. Yeah, I watched the sequels and I wasn't as bored. I'm not.
Wow, I can't believe it, but I guess the next week is going to be more Star Wars.
That's how I viewed it. I was like, if I've never been more bored in a show. I watched
You think that the Acolyte is better than Obi-Wan?
Yeah, because I'm still interested. Yeah. My factor of being in my interest is higher than Obi-Wan was, no matter the episode. Because literally, like that Obi-Wan show, like clearly, I mean, you could say nothing really happened in Acolyte 2, but somehow I'm enjoying it more. Like I'm actively like, I like the scenes.
I mean, I guess it's more. Yeah, I mean,
I
guess it's more interesting, but
for me,
I don't think the story is more interesting. But
now,
I'm going to be real.
I guess that's different than saying, like, when you say it's a crappy show, I understand what you mean, but at the same time, I'm just, because I'm more interested in this, therefore, to me, Obi-Wan's worse.
I get what you mean, but I don't see how you can find it. I don't see how you can see. No, I'm just asking for your opinion. I mean, there's. Okay, let's ask you that. In what other way can you think of it? That like, what are you talking about?
Well, okay, so in terms of,
I think you're kind of making this a lot more complicated than it has to be.
I do overcomplicate everything.
Like, what are you saying?
So, like,
I know, yeah, in terms of enjoyment, yeah, we're not talking about objectively. I'm talking about, like, in your opinion.
I was saying, well, this has all been subjective for me. I mean,
yeah, so, like, but you're saying that there's, like, another aspect to it that you can see things, like, what are you talking about?
Well, the Acolyte is technically,
what are you trying to say here?
I'm trying to think before well, you know what? Actually, before I almost said something because it made no sense. Because the more I think about it, yeah, this show, the more I think about this show, I like more than Obi-Wan because every aspect so far of the show, even the crappy aspects, I'm still like, I'm more intrigued, and based on that, I can tell myself like, yeah, Obi-Wan. I was just bored. Like every episode, I'm like, you're doing nothing. You're getting more boring as a character in this goddamn show. Maybe I'm meant to think more about it, but I was like, I'm not invested in Obi-Wan in that show at all. Like, and he's the protagonist. Then again, these two, the sisters, they're not better protagonists, but the show itself, it's driven me more liking it. So.
All right. Well, okay. In my opinion, I don't like Obi-Wan either, but like
Yeah,
I'd rather watch Obi-Wan. I'd rather watch Obi-Wan than I guess a good chunk of other stuff.
Yeah,
Especially the Acolyte.
I used to didn't like a lot of Obi-Wan, to be honest.
I didn't like Obi-Wan either, but I think I think I'd put Obi-Wan above the Acolyte. There's like nothing in the Acolyte that's like redeeming at all. I mean, aside from the fight, but like.
Yeah, I know the fight shouldn't outweigh the whole show, or it shouldn't change the whole show.
But like, I mean, if we're going that way, the only reason why I like Obi-Wan is because it's Ewan McGregor and
That is
Hayden
true.
Christensen.
And
That's it.
And the acting is good, or it's
The acting is better than in the Acolyte. The story sucks.
Yeah, I just think the Obi-Wan story just also sort of like.
But if I'm being
sucks.
honest, if we're putting it next to, I think Obi-Wan is better than
I'll
this.
just wait till I watch the last episode and.
I think Obi-Wan is better than this, because like, I mean, I don't know. Like when I was thinking about the worst thing in, you think Obi-Wan is the worst thing in Star Wars?
I might have to rewatch those sequels.
I remember you said you liked Rise of Skywalker. Okay,
I did.
Man, this
At
just
the time, but what I mean is, I only remember the ending. I really do. I don't remember any other plot in that movie, or not plot, but I don't remember.
I mean,
the rest of that movie.
I think the movie was pretty shit, but I mean, the worst thing in Star, I think Acolyte might actually be the worst thing in Star Wars.
Some people thought Ahsoka was the worst thing, but
like you said, that Ahsoka like has a plot and
Yeah.
they're acting, and it's a
I
show.
know,
Like,
what I mean is, like, people have.
but
the
this
same-
is literally the worst.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ahsoka, so I mean,
People-
is it really that bad? Or is it
don't-
bad from the point that?
Don't take it from me, because I'm not good at telling people anything. But
All right, yeah,
my opinion's so different from any other fan.
yeah.
But-
You just watch whatever.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
you just
I
watch
know the
whatever.
difference. Like I just said,
Uh huh.
I'm enjoying this more than Obi-Wan, which sounds like like it's illegal. in the Star-
I don't know. I just find that kind of weird.
I don't know. I'm having fun somehow.
Shit.
I
here
think
we
it's
go again.
literally because when I see multiple Jedi, I just get excited. I'm so.
Oh, what's with you in this multiple Jedi shit,
I
bro?
see
Just watch the
characters I
Old
like.
Republic cinematics all over
Well, they
again.
don't make that now. So
Just watch it. Just watch it over
Yeah,
again,
but they
bro.
don't
That's all you gotta watch.
they
Just
don't make
watch
TV
it.
shows about it.
Just
so-
watch that, bro. That's 100. Bro, okay, literally, this is what I was going to bring up, but we kept on getting sidetracked. Okay, literally, like, Old Republic is all you got to watch. You want multiple Jedi? Or just go play Old Republic. Why don't you just do that
I'll read
instead
the
of watching
books.
this show? No, don't read the books, bro. You've been reading, bro. I don't even. Just go play Old Republic. Or just watch the cinematic trailers. The cinematic trailers are so much cooler. If you just want to see multiple Jedi, just watch the cinematic trailers, bro. But like, this is the cinematic trailer for Old Republic where it's Coruscant, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Coruscant. There's like a Jedi temple,
Mhm.
and then a ship just crashes into the Jedi temple.
Yeah, I remember that.
So literally, this is the analogy I was going to bring up. This is literally the state of like the fans and like the consensus around the Acolyte is literally what's called like day one. Everyone universally hates it. Okay. But then the fifth episode is that dropship in the cinematic driving and crashing into the Jedi Temple, and then literally it opens up. You see a lightsaber light up, a red lightsaber light up, and then and then multiple just light up, and it's like 100 Sith inside the ship, and then it's like, we have returned. That's literally like all the Acolyte enjoyers, and now the entire cinematic, the post-cinematic is everything we've seen. This is it. The fan base is just clashing and killing each other over the Acolyte. It's everyone who hates it against the fans of the Acolyte, and it's just, it's literally, it's that cinematic.
I think we can end with that.
Well, in my opinion, I think the Acolyte sucks. I think it is the worst thing in Star Wars that I can come up with. It's either that or Rise of Skywalker, but to be honest, I think Rise of Skywalker actually, I mean, it sucked, but it didn't suck as bad as the Acolyte.
So far, nothing's really cringy to me.
And what?
The Acolyte.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it hasn't been like a lot of scenes where I'm like, oh man, this sucks that bad. Like,
what about the part where Meg cuts her hair and she acts like it was a big reveal or something?
did they really act like it was a big reveal? I mean, it's...
Watch that again. You can literally hear the chorus in the background. Watch that again.
But I mean, I knew why she did that. I mean, it wasn't like a reveal.
Well, they made it like a big reveal and everything. She like literally, they did it slow mo. She cuts her hair and then she literally just stares up at the sky, like she does a pose and stares at the sky like she just did a giant reveal or something.
I wonder if you can actually do that perfectly with a lightsaber.
No. We gotta do that. No. Pull up the video right now. Just type in. No. Watch it again. I don't think. No, you have to watch it. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. And Quamir's Quamir's dialogue when he talks, man, that just makes my oh, come on, bro, that's cringy to me. I think the Witch Coven was also pretty stupid. I thought it was like watching a High School Musical or something, I thought it was on Field Day or something. And then you compare it to like the Night Sisters and the Night Mother from Clone Wars, and they're literally chanting like ancient scriptures.
Oh, they're chanting when she cuts her hair.
You just noticed that there's like this chorus and this song and everything that plays.
I skip.
Are you even watching the show? Are we watching the same show here?
No, sometimes I do skip like 10 seconds here.
Oh my god, bro! What? How are you gonna? What?
I know I saw the scene. I just don't remember the music being like.
Bro, literally even when he talks, like even before he took his helmet off, everything he says is just stupid. Blades, lightsaber.
Rules.
You can't kill Jedi. You can't kill the Jedi. You have to kill the dream.
I'm like, what the hell is he talking
about? Everyone's like going ballistic over that that one line he had where like it was what's it called? Was that its name? Bro, you were trying too hard to be edgy. Come on, man.
You know what's funny? I did notice that, and I was like, I wonder if that's meant to be like more impactful or something.
Like it was just like he was trying to be such an edgelord by saying that. Like, was that its name? They wouldn't even say that. It was like, was that its name? Like,
that's a weird edgelord thing out of nowhere.
I found that cringy. I found a lot of his lines cringy.
Like, why do you even say it like that? Like, at the same time, you still want, like, an apprentice.
I like how he talked about it, too. Like, no. Like...
Jay, he's not the type of kid. I'm like, you were just introduced. You have no...
Everything about him is just cringy to me. I don't know if it's the delivery or, like, the writing. It sounds like something, like... It sounds like some dude behind a comment, like, behind a computer screen.
I'm gonna be honest... R.I.P. Ray, what's his name from Ahsoka? I missed that guy. The older guy in Ahsoka. The old, what are they called again? The Jedi.
I didn't watch the show.
No, Jedi turned Sith. Inquisitor. What was it? What's the name for them again? The Jedi who turned into a Sith.
You mean the guys who are under Darth Vader?
Yeah, like the sister.
The Inquisitors.
Yeah. Weren't they Inquisitors? Yeah.
No.
Oh, they joined the Sith. I thought they were okay.
I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
They were previously Jedi that became Sith.
They became Sith?
They said...
Or were they Dark Jedi?
They technically said... I guess they weren't necessarily Sith, though, because they weren't with any other Sith.
I don't know.
They were working with the Dathomir witch. I forget her name.
I just don't know, bro. I just don't know.
They were cool. They were actually okay.
I didn't watch that
characters.
show, so
Like he had a presence that was like very Count Dooku like, which I liked. It was very reminiscent. The way he took out his lightsaber and very just like nonchalant, like like an old man. Like he doesn't have to move that fast. He's like more guarded, more defense. That was
in my opinion,
also,
yeah,
it's watchable.
I think Acolyte. Well, here's the thing, like, is it watchable? Yeah, like, but like, what do you mean is it watchable? Like 90% of shows are watchable. What do you mean?
You're calling, like sometimes there's something that's just unwatchable. Like some things are
Like
just
what?
Well, I can't think of anything because I watch a lot of stuff.
Exactly. Like, of course, it's like, what does that even? It's watchable.
Well, because you hated some. I'm surprised you even watch it though. I'm surprised, or you keep watching.
I don't hate it. It's just I hate the fact that people are touting this up like it's something.
Well, I'm saying you don't even like
Me
it.
personally, I can't hate it. I don't like it, but like,
but surprisingly, you keep watching just to.
I watch it so I can argue with you.
Yes, but I mean, if you didn't have to argue with me, you wouldn't watch it though.
No, I would not watch it. But like saying something like it's watchable, I mean, yeah, like it's a show. Of course, it's what
No, I'm not saying just because it's a show it can't be. I meant there's certain things.
I'm not saying that it can't be watchable. I know what you're saying.
There's
but
shows that are not like they're not
that's not
serviceable.
much. That's not much of something to like. It's watchable.
Meaning, like, there's enough good to like keep going.
Is there?
I'm watching it. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it to argue. I'm watching it to talk. But I'm watching.
Yeah, but you watch anything.
It's not anything. It's just most.
Uh-huh.
It has to be something that I would like to begin with, like Star Wars stuff or like an IP that I already am used to.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Uh-huh.
But then again, I did watch Halo on a whim.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever you say, it's watchable, guys. It's watchable. Nobody was saying it's unwatchable, bro. Of course it's watchable. It's a show. It's a show, bro. It's watchable, bro.
Yeah, of course you can watch it. When I say it's watchable, I didn't mean like you can't watch
it. You think it's a slideshow? No, is that what you're telling me? You think it's a slideshow?
Is that what you're getting when I say that?
It's watchable. Yeah,
it's serviceable.
This show sucks.
I bet
this show sucks. He likes it. If you drink, you can watch it too.
I don't drink. It's serviceable. Is that better than I thought when I say watchable, I don't mean that. If it wasn't watchable,
why do you even say it's serviceable? We're not asking if the show is watchable or unwatchable. It just sucks. It just sucks. It sucks.
It just doesn't suck that
bad. Why are you trying to give it credit that it don't deserve?
Because I'm watching it still.
It doesn't matter. It sucks.
Well, if I'm watching it still,
just leave it like that,
if
bro.
it sucked that bad, I would stop watching.
It's watchable. It's watchable.
I stopped watching The Flash when it got really bad.
It's watchable. It's watchable.
Yeah, people don't watch.
Yeah, well, you care about The Flash.
Yeah, but I stopped. I have no idea.
People probably call that watchable after you stopped.
It was not watchable.
What do you mean it's not watchable?
It
had a plot and had stuff moving on the screen. It got characters. It's watchable. It's watchable.
You must not know what watchable means.
With the show.
I don't mean literally watchable. I don't mean that you're impaired.
It's watchable. What do you
like? If something when something's like just bad, like horribly bad, it's not watchable. That's
really?
That's
what is this? What is this?
This is watchable still.
How watchable?
Because I'm watching it. I'm still
enjoying it. It's not horribly bad.
The Flash got worse than this.
Like horribly bad.
No, the Flash got worse than this. I can promise you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. It don't matter. It's not competition. This sucks.
It helps you get what
I'm trying to. It's watchable.
This is like when I was yelling at John. Why is he not here?
What do you mean it's watchable?
Well, somehow you don't know what the word watchable means in terms
I'm saying, yeah, but my point is, literally anything is watchable.
No, that's not true. There's certain things that are just that bad that it's not...
So you think it's not that bad?
Yeah. I could still enjoy
watching it. Why did you say that?
Well, that's what I mean by serviceable, watchable. It's still...
Why did you say it's not that bad? No, saying it's not that bad, it's saying it's watchable. Anything is watchable. You're giving an opinion here, saying that...
if I say it's not that bad, that brings more levity, then...
If you're saying it... No, that's my point, and I'm going to get into it. You think it's not that bad.
Compared to you, yeah.
Compared to me, bro.
Which yes, it's not as bad to the point where
Any comparison to what?
no, the things you described, I'm like, I can see that, but I'm still watching. It's worth watching still. For
That's
me.
your. I'm asking you like what? Okay,
It's
what?
serviceable. It's above. It's okay. I can't say it's above average.
It's above average.
No, that sounds worse. It's not above
What
average.
What were you saying?
If I say it's average, does that mean it's
What
bad?
do you mean?
Like, if I told you something's average, is that bad to you? Like, would you still watch something?
No.
Okay.
You think it's average?
Like, no. If I told you a show's
You
average,
think this is average television?
yeah, nowadays, yeah, this is average, pre-average.
Oh, no, what are you writing it? Now, what are you?
What do you mean? Now,
What are you trying to
Well,
put your answer? Why are you trying to? No. Why are you trying to? No. Okay. Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to pad this out? Like,
I'm not. I'm saying it's average.
it is not average. It is below average. It is borderline. It's edging on the line of incompetent.
It's not that bad. There's
Yeah, it's not
parts-
bad. If you're saying really bad, it's got it's got a plot. It's got a plot, and there's people in it.
That's not
There's
what
people in
that's
it.
not what I mean by
There's a
like. It
story.
doesn't mean it's above average just because it has the most simple things to make a show.
Say that again.
I'm not saying it's above average because it has the main couple things that make a show a show. I'm just saying,
I'm asking. Okay, I'm asking what makes it above average then.
I don't know because I don't think it's average. I'm saying it is average.
I'm saying it's not average. I don't see how what is average to you.
The show.
No, what is okay? Comparing to something else, what is average? What else is average to you?
Well, okay, let me.
This is average.
I'm trying to think.
Or she shows up, attack me with all your power. She does this stupid. So stupid. So dumb.
What would be average?
This is average?
I'm trying to think of what I can't think of anything that I saw recently.
What do you mean by it's average? I'm trying to figure out your scale at this point.
I'm still having fun watching it, but like I probably won't rewatch it. Like average for me would be like if I could rewatch something, it's above average. For me, I can't.
What kind?
I don't see myself like ever rewatching the show or like going back to it type of thing, or like thinking of it as like a top anything. It's just like it's average. Like I'm trying to different. But I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more it gets more confusing. So
I think you're making it confusing for no reason.
I'm not trying to. I just gave you an answer. Like I don't understand.
You're saying it's average, but I'm telling you I don't understand how. So what makes it average for you?
Well, how about this? What
are you comparing to any other show that's average?
I'm not comparing. That's the thing. I'm just saying for me.
But that's the point. What does average mean then? I'm trying to I'm trying to gauge what you mean by it's average.
Oh, man, it's hard. Like.
It's not hard. You're saying it's average, so you're saying it's like you're basically saying it's okay show.
A show.
I'm not saying it's wrong.
If it's a.
Do you think the show is okay?
Yes. That's average.
I think a show like Obi-Wan is okay.
That's below
I think a show like Obi-Wan is okay.
That's below average.
Something's wrong with you.
Obi-Wan was boring.
Something is wrong with you.
They ruined. They were boring, man.
Obi-Wan could have been boring, but Obi-Wan actually semi-works compared to the Acolyte. Obi-Wan actually works.
Boring. I don't want to watch a show that bores me.
But how is it average? How is Acolyte average?
I don't know how to explain what average is. Then I'm trying. Okay, this is the.
You can like something and it can still be below. I'm not trying to change your score. I'm trying to understand what makes you think this is average.
Well, I don't know. I've never liked anything that to me is below average. For me, if something's like bad, it's average would be like okay. So Obi-Wan's below average. This is average, and then like above would be Ahsoka for me.
All right.
It might have ruined everything, man.
When we talk about John, when we talk to John, you need to record. You need to secretly record, okay?
I don't know. It's illegal to do, but
No. Shut up. We are recording it, and then I'm gonna dissect everything you say. This is gonna be like a secret podcast moment, bro. Like, no, you say Acolyte is average to you.
yeah.
Acolyte is average television. What is average? What is average about it to you?
Like it has certain points that keep me motivated in the story, and it's just
What
that.
keeps you
It's just
motivated?
Seeing Jedi, what else? Okay, I'll say this: Episode 5 sort of lost me a little bit because they killed off characters I was like starting to like. So that doesn't help. But up to Episode 5, I was motivated. I'm still watching it, but the motivation has changed slightly. That's all. Meaning, like it has lessened, but I'm still paving a way to Episode 8. Because I understand at this point, I don't see an end goal, so I'm like, I don't get the point of the show, but I'm enjoying the parts I am watching at least, so I'll keep watching.
So you like seeing multiple Jedi?
It's not. I can't really explain it because, like, when I'm watching it, it's hard for me to even think of a point that makes me love it or not like it or one or the other. It's just everything as a whole is keep me interested. Not saying every piece is good. I'm just like, as a whole, I'm like, okay, it's serviceable for me. I can still watch it. It's entertainment. I'm not thinking of it too seriously like everyone else. And because
I'm not even taking it seriously.
Well, no, I'm saying like because I guess I don't know. Like I like Ahsoka more because like I love the characters. I like the actual story they gave me, and like there was more investment for me in that show. Therefore, for me, I have it more above average. Like that's the best of the Star Wars show.
I'm still trying to figure out what average is to you.
I have no idea.
Like,
because I can't compare it to anything else. I don't know what else I watched. There's a lot of anime that are average, but there's 1,000 of those.
Oh
but
my
those
fucking God.
But that's the only thing.
You with the damn anime.
But I haven't watched a lot of live action shows that I keep watching. That's just.
All right. What about movies then?
That's even harder. What's that?
That recent movie you watched about like Nazis and shit.
Oh, that was fun. I like that movie a lot. It was called the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
I watched it. I couldn't finish it.
I liked it a lot.
In my opinion, I got bored.
I rated it like a B+. I was like, this is a fun
movie. Is that average or is that what is that? That's
average for me. I had a fun time.
Bro, what is average then?
Like, I'm not having like a fun time, but I still have enough enjoyment to keep watching, so it's average. Like, if it's just enough to watch, it's average. It could be above average by Episode 8, but Episode 5 has sort of killed the mood, so who knows?
So even if it has stupid dialogue and like stupid everything, It's still average?
Well, there's a difference, because Madam Web is the worst thing I've ever seen, and that had...
Whoa, actually, yeah, let's bring that up. So is Madam Web by your means
0 out of 10.
average?
That's a 0 out of 10 of anything.
It's watchable, though.
It's not. I mean, I watched it because it's a film, but it's not... I should have left that theater 10 minutes in, like my friend said. He was like, we should leave. And I said, no, we paid. I'm like, I'll watch it. I don't know why I committed, because every minute after I said we should stay, nothing good came out of that. I've never seen something that I disliked more. I've never disliked anything that much that I came out of it thinking, what a waste of time. I never thought like that for anything I've ever watched.
So, okay, theoretically, despite all that,
I can watch Acolyte more than Madam Web, I can tell you that.
If you were somehow able to watch Madam Web, and if somehow the plot of her getting chased down by an interdimensional man...
If it was good, then it's...
...taught you... No, it's not about good or not. It's obviously about your subjective opinion. So, but you're telling me, despite that, you would still call it average.
No,
if that was to happen.
If it...
Alright, oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know if I would ever call it average. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what makes something average in your eyes. Because there is no way that Acolyte is average.
B movies are average to me. Like
B movies are just bad.
Yeah, but I still like them, so they're average. Like for me, like average is like it's like mid. No, sorry, no, mid sounds like I wouldn't watch it then. Like the
You
Underworld
really
movies.
think Acolyte is mid?
Well, I guess if I say average, I should be middle. But uh,
Yeah, average is middle,
yeah, I know. But when you say mid, it has a more of a like a crappier tone.
bro.
I think I never actually call anything mid, so actually I never used it before.
Mid is it's okay.
Oh, then
It's average.
then I guess I can use the term mid. Yeah, I could say that over Obi-Wan, which was just bad. I was like, this is bad. I'm like, should have never made it.
Whoa. Right.
Look, I know John's gonna say I'm wrong, and I care.
Well,
I
I don't care
about someone's opinion, but
I don't care. I just want to get his. I just want to hear what he has to say about this.
I wonder if he can get on later.
I'm just interested in what he thinks about this.
He hasn't even seen Acolyte yet, but
I just told him to watch Acolyte.
has he messaged?
No, but like,
We should probably end this now and see if I can message him more.
no, we're not getting on until tomorrow.
No, I
so
just
I
want
mean,
to message him more.
you should probably ask him what time we're getting on tomorrow. But like, Acolyte is average.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way I can see it average is if you're rating things on if it works. I mean, yeah, it's average because it's got all the things it's supposed to have.
Well, not just
yeah,
that,
it's
but like my
average.
enjoyment level. Like, am I still enjoying it even with like a crappy, what do you call it, plot? Like, if it's a crappy plot, but if I'm able to still get to the end, like, then it's average. Yeah. Actually, I can rate B movies as above average because I think the Underworld franchise is amazing. So, to me, B movies are like I never really watched the Tomb Raider movies, but I bet I can enjoy those more than this, maybe, or vice versa. I don't know.
I mean, I can understand that, but like, literally, there's nothing.
When I compare
there's
the B
there's
movies,
nothing.
That's
So okay, compare. What? So Underworld is
it's the first. It's the one B
oh my
movie.
god. So what is average?
Okay, average would be the Oh my god.
What is average to you that we can do that I will then use to compare to Acolyte?
I guess the Resident Evil movies.
You think are those average to you?
I have to. Yeah, I saw the first one. I thought I was like, it's okay. And when I say it's okay, it's also average. Like I watched it, I was like, I had a fun time, but it's not something I'll really go back to. Like this show, like I'm enjoying parts of it, therefore I'm going to at least give it average. It's not below, because if it was below, like, well, then again, I mean, I watched Obi-Wan because it's the character. I like that character a lot, so I kept going at it. But each episode, I was like, I'm so bored. I'm like, so by the end of Obi-Wan, I was just like, I'm like, this was not worth, like, that was actually one of the first times where I was like, this Disney stuff, like, this show is just, it's not for me. I'm like, it's just, this show, I wouldn't say it's for me necessarily, but I'm enjoying it more. Therefore, I can call it average. If it was above average, I don't know if above average would mean excellent. I don't know the degrees of what I would think of those things. Like above average would be like the Guardians movies. I don't think they're excellent. I like them a lot, but they're above average. Anything that's right above average would be excellent, like the Dark Knight, or anything of that caliber. Are you still there?
I knew you would like it, but I didn't expect this kind of opinion.
I mean, I said a similar thing I think about Halo, but actually, no, I said by the end of it, I think
No, Halo is what led me to this conclusion.
No, but I think by the end of Halo, I said something different, if I recall.
No, you said something different. You
I
really
with you, or something like that.
But then you went full circle,
yeah,
like
full tilt. I don't know.
you literally 180 back to where you started, and then
I'm not good to talk to. Let's just say, let me watch my stuff. I'm not a good reviewer.
I'm trying to figure out what is average to you. Then, like,
what's average to you? Do you have an average scale? So I can get a read
Venom,
what you think.
Venom's okay.
Yeah,
I
okay,
like
average.
it. It's okay. It's average. Yeah, that is average.
Yeah, I agree with
That
that.
is average.
I agree with that.
But it is leagues better than Acolyte.
Is it leagues better?
Oh my fucking god.
Because nothing in this show is making me think it's garbage, though.
The dialogue?
I guess I'm not listening. Because nothing about the
What
dialogue.
are you listening to?
I don't know. I'm just watching.
We just got done discussing how Soul is the only character.
Yes, but the other dialogue doesn't. I guess I don't see it the same way. Like,
Oh my god, bro!
I guess I'm not a dialogue guy. I just don't see the dialogue.
What do you mean you just listen to them talk? You just listen to them talk.
It's like Charlie Brown, I guess. I don't know. I mean, when I hear the other people talk, I know there's a difference in like compared to his character, like him being an actual character via dialogue versus them talking. But
don't leave me, Osha. I'll kill you.
Who said that?
Man, her sister?
Oh, yeah, okay. That made me laugh. Which maybe it wasn't meant to laugh.
Bro, oh my god. What do you mean?
Oh, you know what? The one, Madam Web was the one time where I was like, this is the worst dialogue I've ever heard in my life. It was so cringy.
Wow, wait, did you turn your ears off for Acolyte or something?
It doesn't bother me as much in the show, I guess. That movie was just incomprehensible. I was like, this is the worst movie ever. Like, I know you might think some of these people aren't acting, but it's way better acting than anything that happened in Madam Web.
I'm saying they're both bad, but you're saying Acolyte is average.
If I directly compare it to Madam Web, it's leagues better, but it's still average, yeah. Madam Web is the bottom of the barrel. This is right in the middle.
This is not. Oh my god! How is this right in the middle?
Yeah,
how is this on par?
Venom 2 and this
Venom 2
is more.
Venom 2 sucks. Venom 2 is better than the Acolyte, though.
I'm trying to think if I like Venom 2 more than that.
I don't like Venom 2, but I can say that it's better than Acolyte. Oh my god. Bruh.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Venom 2 versus this.
Oh my fucking god.
I have to think about that.
Bro, I don't know. Oh my god.
Hey, calm down, man. We're just talking here.
This is a very interesting talk, I'll tell you that.
I'm helping the community.
Bro, I just can't believe. Average? Really average? And you don't even notice any bad dialogue?
Okay, when you said that one, I was like, yeah, it's bad, but it doesn't, I guess it doesn't affect me? I don't know. I don't feel it as much compared to when I saw Madam Web. I was like,
it's not even about feeling, bro. You can just see it.
Yeah, but usually, I would not feel, but more like.
What are you watching?
I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying myself.
Are you unsubconsciously drinking or something?
No, I'm actually liking each episode.
How much are you drinking?
I've never drank in my life.
I'm
drinking an energy drink here and there.
Bro, maybe you were on energy drinks and that's why you were hyped up and that's why.
No, I didn't drink until right before the podcast.
Oh my god, no, bro. This is. You don't notice any of the bad writing?
Not as much.
What do you mean not as much? Okay, so what do you notice? What do you mean not as much? You do notice. So what is that?
The evil guy, wherever. Every time.
His dialogue sucks.
It's corny to me, but I don't think it's outright terrible dialogue. Maybe there's no difference.
I think it's terrible.
Maybe if something's corny there, therefore it's terrible. But when he talks, I'm like, oh, that's pretty corny. That's a weird thing to say, but it doesn't make me think oh, this is garbage.
This is the worst Sith.
I haven't seen enough stuff that's true garbage to realize maybe that the only thing I've ever seen Madam Web is where I was this is the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm I've never heard people talk like this before. I mean, the May thing, that too was, that made me laugh. So, I don't know. That didn't ruin it for me.
Because you laugh, it is not bad. Because I laugh, it is good.
I'm not a caveman. I just mean
Oh my god.
I have a different spectrum of how I look at this stuff.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
More
I
positive.
just can't. So fuck you and your positivity. It ain't about positivity. It's about whether it sucks or not. And for some reason, you're like planning it out.
It's hard for me to narrow it because I'm neither. When I watch something, I don't really.
I'm just trying to figure out what makes it average for you.
Like I said, it's if something is serviceable, like it has like plot points that are okay.
This plot point is okay to you?
It's enough. The show.
Let me recap the entire show, dog.
The
okay.
show is enough for me to keep going.
Okay, it opens up. She goes into a bar, right? She goes into a bar,
Yeah.
tells the Jedi, "Attack me with all your might." Does a stupid pose, and then kills the Jedi, and then what happens after that?
Oh, she run
Oh
away.
yeah, and Dara's dead. Then it cuts to they're like, oh, we think Osha did it. So then we track down Osha, and then Osha's
I was happy
organic.
they realized it wasn't her quickly, because usually that plot point would be like a longer, maybe in a movie probably, like that her twin sister was the one who actually did, but they got around to it pretty quick. Like they were like, oh, it's not really you.
So what? They found out it's not Osha, so they can let her go. Oh, it's not you, Osha.
No, because usually
she might be looking for you though, but you can go.
I'm saying that plot point is usually like they usually hold that person responsible a longer time until they've realized their mistakes.
That sucks.
It is what it is for some, I guess.
All right. What about the part where we just talked about it? What about the part where they basically let Quamir go, even though Saul's about to kill him, and then Osha out of nowhere is like, the Jedi don't attack unarmed people.
Which is weird because she's not even a Jedi.
She's not a Jedi, and they just killed 10 dudes.
That's sort
of. So what? So if I kill 10 Jedi and I drop my lightsaber, they can't kill me.
Yeah, he's unarmed,
Bro, why didn't Sidious just not take out the lightsaber, and when they were in the elevator, just force lightning them off? In fact, why don't he just use force lightning? Because he's not armed. Why don't he use that? You see what I'm talking about here, dog? You see what I'm talking about?
That's a better Sith than this guy.
It happened in the show. He doesn't use his lightsaber anymore, so we shouldn't kill him. We should instead, in fact, we shouldn't even arrest him. We should not restrain him. We should instead let Osha take all these giant beetles and drive him into the forest after we've seen him kill 11 Jedi, which you yourself said was stupid how they just died so easily. We saw him kill 10 Jedi, and now we're going to let him run off into the forest, being chased by a bunch of giant beetles.
It's annoying, but it moves the plot.
Oh, just shut the hell up.
It does move the plot for them.
It moves the plot, but it shouldn't even happen in the first place.
If everything ended with their death so quickly, there goes the plot.
I'm not asking for it to end in his death. I'm asking for you to make it believable. There's a certain standard.
You're sci-fi.
Now you're just sacrificing your entire. Now you just said, "Oh, if it worked that way, well then we wouldn't have a show." We can still have a show and still make it more reasonable and make it make sense and make it actually watchable.
I don't
tell me this guy jumps down. He jumps down. He literally jumps down from out of nowhere and takes on a 10v1, an 11v1, literally just by himself. And then his weakness is beetles. He gets driven off into the forest by beetles.
Yeah,
excuse me.
His weakness attribute is beetles.
But no, what?
You didn't know about that?
That's bad. That's bad. That's a plot point.
We should probably
that needs to be. And then another part. Okay, so she turns to say, "I'll turn myself into." Remember that part? She literally says, "Oh, Osha's alive. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to turn myself into the Republic." My entire point of going on this revenge quest was, bro, she literally, like, okay,
Oh yeah, I didn't understand.
For your sake,
I didn't
it better not
understand
be
that
OSHA
part.
that made the witches die. It better not be, no, not OSHA. It better not be May that killed the witches. Because literally she caused a fire. She locks her sister. Okay, she could
I
have just
didn't say
locked
it
her
better
sister.
not be. I'm
No,
assuming.
no. You don't understand my point. Okay, literally you're saying that it's okay. You're saying that this is average, that nothing really breaks it for you, okay? Literally, okay, she locks her sister into a room. She could have just done that. No, she locks it, destroys it, the lock, and then sets the room on fire.
Yeah, it's a cultish mindset.
What?
I'm assuming she was like, if you won't, be with
So
us.
she's willing to kill her sister,
Yes.
but now she's willing to still find OSHA after all these years.
Oh, years have passed.
And then she's like, I'm going to turn, she's willing to go as far, this is from her mouth, she's willing to go as far as to turn herself into the Jedi, to the Republic.
I thought she said something like...
No, she literally said, once she found out that OSHA was alive, May literally told
because she doesn't want to get killed.
I don't care about this anymore. I don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn myself over to the Republic.
Well,
OSHA being alive is all that matters. So, okay, no. Let me go further into this. Okay, so she says that. Next thing you know, they're trying to apprehend her. Her sister is trying to, is with the Jedi. She's still trying to evade the Jedi arrest.
Well, yeah. I mean,
After everything happens, okay, she knocks out her sister and leaves her there.
She's not in the right mind.
What do you mean she's not in the right mind? Who is stupid enough to do that?
I mean, people do that.
What is her motive then?
Well, that's true. It's hard to tell her motive.
Oh my fuck.
I mean, she probably will still kill Saul.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dog.
Yeah,
What do you say to that then?
What's her motive?
She's not in her right mind?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can tell.
Really?
I'm assuming, that childhood probably messed her up in a way where,
To the point, okay, so she spent, her past 15 years...
Yeah, she thought she had to do this or else die or something.
Okay, so she changes her mind. Okay, and then she wants to go be with her sister. Then she knocks out her sister and leaves her there on the same planet that her master, who's trying to kill her and also trying to go after her sister and the Jedi, she just leaves her there. And then goes after Soul? Instead of, knocking her out and taking her and leaving somewhere else, just disappearing.
She doesn't even have to kill Soul anymore, because I thought...
She does it, but she literally knocks out her sister and goes and just runs off.
Probably so she could leave.
She could have just left with her sister, and that's it. But no, instead, she knocks out her sister, leaves her sister there, and goes after Soul.
Well, I haven't seen episode 6 yet, but...
Bro, it don't matter. What is the context?
I don't know yet. I have to see what she wants to do.
Wait, you even see it at the end of episode 5. Literally, the dude fires her sister.
She what?
The Quimera, the Sith Lord that was trying to kill May, finds her sister.
Yeah, I know that.
Because May leaves her there.
Well, I thought he would just leave her, though.
What?
I didn't know if he would take her or not. He put a blanket on her. I don't see what he would do with even her, though.
Zach, the amount of doubts and copium and
this is why it's not like this, because I never had to think this hard about it. I just watch, have some fun.
Okay, well, that's my point. If you're gonna watch and enjoy this, you don't think. Don't think about the show.
Think about any show in my life.
It's not even that deep, bro. It's not even that deep.
It's very deep for me when you talk about it for 3 hours.
It's just basic human instincts.
Well, I must not have any.
Oh my god! What do you mean? No.
I don't know. I was perfectly fine with whatever I saw in that episode. I mean, sorry, not perfectly fine, but I was like, it's whatever. It's not something that, I'm bitter or,
I'm not bitter about it. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense and it's bad. What I'm bitter about is the fact that you refuse to acknowledge that it is bad. I literally just gave you an entire detailed explanation of what exactly happens, and I explained to you, even in human, literally just human, we are human. How are you going to tell me that, oh, she wasn't in the right mind and try to humanize it and relate to it? Well, she wasn't in the right mind, and now you're just saying, hey, it doesn't bother me, even though I used the same thing you used to explain why it works. I used it to explain why it doesn't work. Who does that?
Are you always this critical about TV shows?
No, I'm just very critical when it comes to you because the stuff you say just doesn't make sense.
Well, because when I say these things,
because I literally pick apart. I pick apart what you're like. You're telling me you never questioned it. You never questioned it when she literally just leaves her sister there.
No,
just leaves her sister there, and then the Sith dude who was trying to kill everyone picks her up. You don't see it as a problem.
No, I just...
You never question it, oh, why did she knock out her sister and just leave her there?
No, that's not how I watch things.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You just watch it.
I let the plot go.
You turn... No.
You
don't let the... Yeah, you're right. You do let the plot go, and you let your mind go with it. All right? You just turn off your brain and don't do any, like, critical thinking.
Isn't that what entertainment is all about? You turn
your brain off. No, you say that, but at the same time, you also, like, you're saying, well, at this point, what's the point of waiting for the plot to even tell you anything more? Because it's obvious that you don't pay attention to what happens. You just watch...
Those things don't bother me.
You just watch colors on the screen.
I'm not retarded, okay?
You just said, oh, well, I never really thought of it. How can you not think of it? Even though this is her entire goal the entire time is to reunite with her sister. And then she leaves her sister for the killer, the guy who was trying to kill them all.
I haven't had enough time to really think about it. I literally just watched...
You just said earlier in the episode, hey, that's the first thing that's fresh on my mind. And that's why I'm talking.
Yeah, because I liked the parts that I liked came to me first, yeah.
Yeah, I like the fighting too, man. Everyone likes the fighting. Everyone likes the fighting. Everything else sucks. Everything else is below
it's hard
average.
for me to say that because I really don't think I would keep watching if I really believed it was that bad.
Well, my point is, and we've always known this, is that you watch bad stuff. You're okay with watching bad stuff.
I mean, yes.
You don't see the bad.
Everything I watch is horrible, so therefore
I think it is horrible. It is bad. But here's the thing.
There's a lot of things I think are bad that I stopped watching.
There's a difference between thinking something is bad and then thinking it's still... You can think you can like something that's bad. I always say that. You can like something that's bad, but what I don't understand, and I'm trying to understand from your point of view is how can you think that this is average?
Because I don't think it's bad. Like, I'm still...
Are you, like, rating it on, like, your enjoyment and that's it?
Well, yeah. That's how I see entertainment.
No, you're saying... So, like, if you were drunk... No, my opinion is, if you were watching a movie and if you were drunk, which makes everything watchable, you would then rate every movie as like, above average.
Hey, I would think everything's a 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
But that's not how I don't have a lot of 10 out of 10. I only have one 10 out of 10, but... Alright.
I
watch some, and I'm like, oh, that was good. Next thing, like...
I don't know why.
I go on to the next...
I'm not surprised, but at this point, I am surprised.
Like when I go to the movies, I watch multiple different
anymore.
movies. I watched that Kingdom of Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes.
I can watch movies and at the end say, it's like, yeah, it's alright. I didn't really like it. It's alright. I liked it.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, I don't think about it again.
This bad and calling it average. Like,
yeah, because I don't think it's that bad.
You don't think it's a bad show?
No.
What do you watch?
I think Obi-Wan's bad.
I don't like Obi-Wan, and I think Obi-Wan is bad, but it's nowhere bad as this.
Obi-Wan was worse.
How? Besides you finding it boring.
But that's why it was worse for me.
But the plot is literally more developed than this.
That doesn't mean it's better for me.
No.
Like, it could, the plot technically could, like you said, be more developed, but if I'm still not enjoying, I don't have any, like, I couldn't, if I can't care about the show enough, then I'm like, for me, it's
I'm not here to talk about. Okay, but
there's no objectivism. It's all me subjective. That's
it's
all.
not even objectivism. It's like literally, I can subjectively think. I mean, yeah, as a movie, I think it's okay, but I didn't like it. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah. I just don't say that a lot. That's why I don't say like it's okay, but I didn't
I don't
like
think
it.
you think that way either.
If something's okay to me, I must have liked it. If I didn't like it, it's not okay. Like, I mean, didn't like it at all. Like, I mean, it's if something's average or okay, like there must be like aspects like I'm willing to like still like.
Well, if I went by your logic, then this is the most abysmal thing in existence. Like, what I've said would be amplified by like 100 times.
Maybe I'm like a utilitarian or something. My
Bro.
the point scale of how much worse is this compared to
like this like I'm just judging it as it. I think it sucks. In personally, it sucks. Yeah, you can watch it, but like
okay, so specifically the plot is
the plot, the characters are half baked.
Okay,
there's only like 2 characters that are good.
The Obi-Wan's plot is better than this, but I still like this more than Obi-Wan.
That's fine.
Does that make? I mean, that might not.
But the fact that you said that Obi-Wan is worse than this.
Well, I guess that's a very. By saying that, it's like saying the whole show. I mean, but I still haven't. Yeah, I'll still say.
No. I know. I'm not here to change your mind.
No, I had to think about both shows.
I'm trying to understand it.
Well, I'm trying to understand it.
What do you mean you don't understand how you would think?
I don't know how I think. I just say a lot of things.
Oh my god.
I say things that make sense in the moment, but then I just go on and enjoy what I like. I never have deep conversations about anything. That's why.
It's not that deep, dog. It's not that deep.
Oh, it's very deep to me talking about a show.
It's not that deep.
For me,
it's not that deep.
To me, anything is deep of talking about more than an hour.
Oh my god, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. You make it deep because I have to literally go in depth to explain to you how A and B work
anyone
with
out
C.
there at this point in the 3 hours and 16 minutes?
Oh my.
If you're like me, please comment somewhere, message.
There's too many people like you. That's why we got Acolyte.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's a good show either. I'm just saying.
I know, but you're saying. I'm saying that this is literally a bad show.
So if I say it's a bad show,
in my opinion, I don't understand.
Let me say this: if I said like, okay, I agree, it's a bad show.
It is literally a bad show.
But I'm still willing to watch it. Like I still have.
Fine.
Like, oh.
I told you, you can like a bad show.
I know, but it's hard for me to think like that. That's why.
You can still like a bad show.
Because when I hear like bad, I truly think it's bad. Like there's nothing redeemable.
Well, bro, there is nothing redeemable about this, in my opinion. I have to add that in.
Well,
in my, you know what? No, there is nothing redeemable. Oh, so it brings in Cartorsis. All right, okay, something from Legends is now canon again.
Okay, I think I can agree it's bad, but I still like it.
That's fine.
Is that better? Is that a better way of saying? Well, no, average is a totally different subject at that point. But
that's the thing. When you said it was average, I'm like,
I guess that's very
you're
complicated.
putting this online with like every other average thing.
Oh, there's a lot of movies I think that are average that are bad.
That's what I'm saying, and like I literally went in depth how this is just bad all around.
To really think about the word compared to other average because
What do you mean? You literally said it was average. You could have said, in my opinion, I had an average. Wait. Whatever. There's got to be a part 2 to this. In your word, you said it was average.
Part 2 next week.
Wait, so you think it's average in general? So what, you like it or you don't like it?
I like it. I don't want to.
So is it average if you like it?
Yeah. If I'm willing to like it, it must be at least average. Because I don't think I've ever watched a movie that was like dog crap and like any aspect.
This is dog shit.
Yes, there's crappy movies that I can enjoy, but I don't call them crappy in the sense of like how you consider like this like actual crap compared to like a B movie or like a B movie sometimes can be crappy but like enjoyable. Like that's different than this type of crappy where it's actual like well, I'll say from your perspective because I see what you're saying, but I just don't agree only because when I watch it, I just have a different feeling versus how when you say the exact same things, I can see what you mean, but at the same time, I'm still like, well,
feel like you're making this more complicated than it is.
I just see things not as like the dialogue, for instance. None of it bothers me. Like,
the dialogue sucks.
I know what you mean by it sucks.
No human talks like that. No one thinks like that.
I get that, but
you can pull out as many emotions as you want.
It doesn't bother me. I'll just say that. Like, it could be crappy dialogue, but somehow the show is still engaging. So, while Madam Web had the worst dialogue I've ever heard in my life, and also
literally, I feel like the only reason why you like this show is because it had lightsabers.
I mean that.
If it did have lightsabers, if no lightsabers appeared, you would have probably thought it was the same thing as Madam Web.
Well, I don't know. Andor has no lightsabers, but I know I can like Andor.
Oh man, I don't even know.
No,
I don't even know now.
I almost said Rebel.
Well, this throws everything into question now. You probably think Andor is boring at this point.
No, I like Rebel. Whatever the hell it's called.
Rogue One.
Rogue One, whatever that's.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know at this point.
I said Rogue One was my favorite Star Wars.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean anymore. I don't know anything anymore.
I'll say this. I haven't watched Solo because I don't care about the character.
Solo is okay.
I'm not a Han Solo fan.
See that? Solo is okay. I didn't like it.
Is it rewatchable?
But it's alright. For me, no, I wouldn't watch anything again.
Okay.
But
is okay
I can
to
see
you
why it's
rewatchable or no?
What?
If you call
okay, yeah, it's rewatchable. I just want to go out of my way to watch it. I can see someone liking it.
Well, if you wouldn't go out of your way to watch it like again, then it's not rewatchable for you.
It's not rewatchable for me.
Sorry, I meant for you is it rewatchable when you say something's okay?
No.
Okay, that's why I'm asking.
But the movie is okay, but that's not even on I only rewatch movies I really like.
Well, that's also what I'm saying.
But nobody cares or measures on the metric. The movie is average. It's okay. There's nothing.
Well,
it's just not something. It's just that's something that I can literally say. It's just not for me. I can literally say that it's not for me, and it would make sense because there's nothing egregious about it. There's no bad dialogue.
So is this not for you, or is this just bad?
What are you talking about? Solo or Acolyte?
Acolyte.
This is just bad.
Okay, I just need to hear the distinct difference.
This is bad.
So, but Solo is not for you.
This is bad. Solo is actually a movie that works and has a plot. It's just not for me. Okay. I think it's okay.
So there's a major difference there. Got it. Okay, that
Acolyte is an abomination.
I just don't see it as an abomination.
In fact, the fact that I don't care about the Acolyte is padding.
Yeah.
It's padding. If I cared about the Acolyte,
what about Book of Boba
it would be a giant black hole.
What did you think of
it? It was alright.
Okay.
It was alright too.
So that's better than Acolyte, right?
Everything at this point is better than Acolyte, in my opinion.
What?
Objectively, this is probably on par with Rise of Skywalker. Actually, no, I like Rise of Skywalker. I hate Rise of Skywalker, but I like it better. It's better than Acolyte.
Okay, what did you consider Obi-Wan again? Did you say that's okay, or did you say?
Okay, there's multiple views for that. If you're just not into Star Wars, like just an average viewer, it's okay. Yeah, you might even like it. For me, I don't like it.
Got it.
But it's better than Acolyte.
Does that have to do with just the fight or the show itself?
I came in, Obi-Wan is a special occasion. I literally told everyone, if the fight was good, then the show was good, even if the show was bad.
Oh, really?
I went in, I was biased. I was very biased. If the fight was if the show was bad, but the fight was good, then the show was good in my eyes.
That's how I view episode 1.
But if the
episode 1
that's the leniency I give episode 1.
I had a good fight, therefore it's okay.
if the fight was bad,
yeah,
then the show was bad.
Yeah, because it all hinges sometimes on that last.
Then the show is all bad, and I'm going in deep with it. I'm going back.
Now,
Everything that
is
was
episode
egregious
one
is going to
bad?
get ripped
Is
up.
episode one bad if it had didn't have that fight?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. What's your stance on episode 2 then?
I was like, okay, and let me bring up the difference between episode 1 and Acolyte. All right.
Yeah.
Episode 2, yeah, it was all right.
Okay.
That's not a good movie, but it was all right in my opinion.
Okay.
But Acolyte's got an okay fight. It's got a good fight, yeah, a good fight. I'll give it that. Not on par with prequels, but it's got good.
But the actual story is lackluster.
But everything else is so bad. It's just so
okay, I'll
bad.
agree with you that at least episode 1 had an actual
plot. Episode 1 had a plot that made sense.
It actually had a good plot. That
the acting was okay. Like it made, it's nothing like Acolyte.
Okay. I can see
there's nothing cringy.
There. I can see
there's nothing cringy.
I understand now. The sometimes dialogue never really bothered me that much until I saw certain things, and then it really stood out. I guess I haven't watched enough to really put that in perspective.
It's not even just a dialogue. I literally explained to you how May leaving OSHA there for the killer makes no sense.
Okay, it doesn't. I had to think about it like that scene again.
Oh my god!
Well, I bet I would have agreed the whole time. I just sort of forgot the sequence of events as we're talking for this long. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but that doesn't make me I don't know.
That's fine. You don't have to care. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense.
My enjoyment level is still the same, even with those crazy flaws and contradictions to the show.
I'm telling you, I would feel the same way you do if I was drunk.
You really think the way I'm thinking is like a drunk person?
I'm not thinking, but I feel like I would like
the way I just
because I think you like anything. You like anything. And in order to get me to like anything, I'd have to be under the influence of something. I'd have to be losing my mind to be as easygoing as that, or I'd have to be drunk or something.
Holy crap! Okay, well,
in order for me to watch garbage like that I have no connection to, it's straight up garbage, I'd have to be drunk or losing my mind.
I guess I'm very lenient on a lot of stuff.
You think so?
I don't think that's a bad thing for myself.
Well, that's a different conversation.
Well, yes,
that's
I know
a conversation for another day.
It's bad for the company.
Let's not get into the depths of whether or not this is a good mindset to get, because this is a completely different.
It's bad for the company because
it's not. No. This is a completely different discussion, bro.
They see people who are happy all the time. They don't get an actual reading on the shows. Well, they get ratings, but even then,
you'd have to be people are giving it a 10 out of 10. Or just you're killing us.
I would give it a 5 out of 5, 5 out of 10. It's literally right in the middle.
It could have been that until episode 5 and all those plot points happened.
I have to see the rest.
It was just the first 2 episodes, then yeah, I could see it being average.
Oh, if it was the first 2 episodes, I would give it at least a 6.5, 7 maybe.
I still don't. I don't know. I'm not into that.
If it was just the first 2 episodes, I had no problem with any of that.
It was the first 2 episodes.
I think episode 3 is what made people lose their minds.
Episode 3 was just stupid.
Yeah. Well, I think we can end the year before I go
for
4 hours.
Bro, 4 hours? Great. Another episode. 3 hours of just Star Wars.
Yeah,
nice.
Your mic cuts out or something. Anything else?
Great.
Do you want to end on a...
The past 4 shorts have been all on Star Wars Acolyte, bro. How much more? How much more Star Wars are we gonna get? I have to edit another thumbnail of Star Wars Acolyte. This is now the Star Wars podcast.
Who knew that Phoenix Light, dude?
I
Well,
would put something outrageous, something like Acolyte remix human emotion or something. Redefines human logic.
we'll see you next week on a part 2, basically, of the finale of
I
Acolyte.
can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Any last thoughts, though? Good, okay. Have a good one, guys. This is the longest podcast we've done.